excited. I'm so excited. Oh my
Um,
god, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
okay. Here we go. Um, we're back. And we're gonna go ahead and start with just some simple intros. I have a surprise on the intro, actually, for you guys. So let's start with Carson
Sorry?
as he takes a bite.
hmm so I'm Carson. I'm playing Casaki Trekar. I'm a high elf cleric of the life domain.
And Kasaki, what is something you're kind of the guinea pig here. What's
Okay.
something in your backstory? It doesn't have to be in your backstory, but what's something interesting about Kasaki that we don't know?
Oh, I am a large individual in a town, and I have never left said town until this adventure.
Okay. Next, we have Evan.
Hello, I'm Evan. I'm playing Drugen Sprittenhaus. A little. Do you want me to say a little something about my character as well?
Yeah, give us a fun fact about Drugen here.
Fact. Drugen is smaller than all the other deep gnomes. He's a small
Dang.
little fry. Yeah, he's a small guy.
He's just a small guy.
He's just out here. He's small.
After that, we have Jack.
My name's Jack. I'm playing Miles Reslin, who's a half-elf sorcerer. An interesting fact about Miles is he's every time that he drinks or holds something, he likes to use magic to edit the taste or change the way it looks just a little bit, just to remind himself that he can still do it.
Nice. And last but not least, we have Jarrett.
Hello, I am Jarrett, aka Curly Cowboy. I'm playing Simon Malice, fighter, Psy warrior. And a little thing about Simon is he keeps a journal. Just a day-to-day journal.
That's nice, dude.
Yep.
That's nice.
We're proud of Simon.
Thank you.
And let's do a little recap here. When we first entered last session, the first session that we recorded, the team that did not have Simon in it yet got to the elven city of Arlindor, and they came because of a mission they were given from the previous town they started out in Claybrick. Upon arrival, there was some confusion about where Drugen had ran off to. He went and kind of started adventuring around a little bit and found himself in the smithies, where he was warned not to leave town as the smithy had questions for him about a scene that he had saw in the woods on the way there. The group ended up going up into the treehouse and met with Aldrich of the Commissioners Guild, where Aldrich crushed their mission scroll up and gave them the bad news that he could not fulfill that promise of renovations for Claybrick, as it had been destroyed the night before, but instead gave them a promise to rebuild the entire town. As this was happening, the town of Claybrick, the citizens were running into the village, screaming as something chased them, when a thorn wolf, a adolescent thorn wolf, popped out, and the group got in their first battle and pretty handily won. A few scratches here and there. Simon had also fought with them, and after that, I think was when he officially joined the group. They were told from Aldrich of a prophecy telling the destruction of the path that winds through the country, the continent of Opporus. And for this, Aldrich put the group onto a mission to try and stop this prophecy from coming true. And the next day, they were told the best place to travel to was up north to the snowy peaks. Upon their arrival to the opposite peak highlands, they discovered that as they entered the terrain, they were no longer on the safe path, and they were out in the snowy wilderness. And that is where we're going to start this session. So, it is getting nightfall. You've been traveling for most of the day. No encounters along the way. Pretty smooth ride. It's getting nightfall, and you have just discovered that you are off the path. Still in your cart, still in your carriage with your horses. But yeah, what do you guys do?
So anyways, guys, when you're traveling, it's really important to stay on the path. Guys, where's the... What? Do we turn?
Simon peeks up from whatever he was doing because he did not notice this at all. And he basically picks up his head and goes, honest, didn't even know we... What? Where are we? I have been sorting the bags for 3 hours.
Casaki,
Yes.
can you stop the carriage for a second?
Hey, Drugen, hold the horses.
And then Miles, who was obviously riding inside, peeking out, he gets out of the carriage and he just looks around. He's like, guys, we should not be here. I think maybe,
how will we get to the dwarves?
maybe we should just turn around. The whole thing doesn't have to be on us, right?
How else will we get to the dwarves?
Could I... Well, I don't know if he's here right now. I get out as well and step out of the cart and look around. I was going to ask if I could roll a perception check, but I don't know where he's at.
I think we can do anything we want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't want to roll it and then be like, well, don't roll perception, roll insight or something like that. Okay, he left real quick. I'm assuming something messed up.
He's back.
And he's back.
Welcome back.
Okay,
Sorry?
we beat the game already. Sorry.
Oh, you guys won?
We won D&D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's over.
I thought
Versus-
you were
Now
back.
Evan's the dungeon master, so
Oh, okay. I have to, give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure something out here.
Okay, I'll go mining for diamond.
yeah.
Okay.
Am I allowed to play as long as I don't roll?
We yearn for the mines.
He's here for
Oh,
the
you're
streets.
good.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys.
You're good.
I believe they say
Um,
we're alive.
Yeah, sorry. Continue.
Was it all the snow?
Yeah.
I asked if I could roll perception on the woods around us.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll perception. You can, and you guys are only about 30 feet off the path. Like,
Oh, could I actually look at the line where the path is there and not there?
yeah,
Like
there's
look
a
at that differential kind of.
there's a true line of
Okay.
where, because it's kind of the grass right before the highlands, it starts to get that frosty look. But there's a definite line of where the snow starts.
Okay. Well, I got a 5. So.
Um,
If anyone
I
else
mean-
would like to look at this line as well.
yeah.
Because I don't think I see anything. This looks like a line, guys. This line is very prominent. Yes.
I can't roll. My browser stopped working.
Going poorly.
It's quite quickly.
That's okay. It happens. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. I am going to check out the line as well.
Yeah.
Perception. Where'd it go? There it is. That's ironic that I can't find perception. I rolled a 3, so a 6
Oh my
total.
god.
It's a very hard line to catch.
Me and Drugen are just staring at this line.
Assume
Maybe
through the whole card, it gets up and looks back and for the line.
Okay.
maybe the line's harder
Hey,
to
I got
see.
4. There we go. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, Casaki, you don't know like how they're really missing. Like this line, like there's a very prominent distinction between terrains.
Whoa, hey guys, you see,
What?
you guys see that? Like, it's pretty clear where we've aired.
I see the line. I didn't know if there was anything. What's with the line? Why is it there? Is what I was trying.
I don't
to
think
say.
it's decoration, if that's what you're asking. I think that might be where you're supposed to
You're telling me this
have
isn't
gone.
high
Yeah.
north decoration? They don't just coat the. This isn't just a different path, like decorative pathing.
Like, I'll give it to you that like I'm not an expert on like northern interior design, but like I just have I have an inkling that maybe this was path and not path.
Oh,
You know.
okay. Understandable. I'm gonna
hold on,
say you're
guys.
probably right, because I don't know either.
Casaki, 1 second. I
Yeah,
think
go
I
ahead.
might know something that can help. And Miles, I'm standing over the line. I put my hands together above my head. I spread them out over the line, and I cast mending.
What?
What good would that do?
You
Guys, hold on. I feel something.
Are you gonna fix it?
you see that the snow, because the path kind of went into the snow. You see when you do that, the snow kind of blows or melts away from right in front of the path, and it's just like when it hit this snowy terrain, the path stopped. Like there is no path underneath the snow. It's just there's nothing there.
Could I roll a? I want to roll Arcana. I want to, because we were told that this is something like the prophecy isn't something that happens naturally. Someone would have to be messing with the land for this to be happening. So I was wondering if I could roll Arcana to get a feel, like just a feel for it, to see if this is like magical-esque or like just more nature-esque. I don't know what I'm assuming Arcana would be what I would roll.
Yep.
Okay. Come on, I've not been doing good on my checks recently. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think that's 19.
Nice. Yeah, you can definitely tell that this is of some sort of magic.
Okay. Do I know what kind? If that's available or no?
you know that this is probably. Are you just looking for why it cuts off?
No,
Or
I'm looking more of the essence of this, because obviously there was a path here, right?
yeah,
At one point in time, I want to know why they're like kind of like what made this to be no longer a path, and what caused this overgrowth to kind of do this.
I would say the best. It looks to you like some very powerful magic. Most likely, and these are two kind of opposite ends of the spectrum, but you could easily say that it's as powerful as this type of magic. Most likely either necrotic or celestial.
Okay. I kind of stand up after like getting on the ground and kind of like using like my hands kind of are purple as they like kind of like feel around on the ground, and I stand up and I kind of look up and I go, I think it's magic. It's gotta be. Well, I do believe it's either celestial or necrotic. It's very powerful and something that I don't think we're going to be able to fix right now. Looks like we're kind of on our own, it seems like. Glad I took stock of all of our survival gear. Everyone's bags are dumped out in the cart. Stacked. Everything's stacked.
Miles' face is turning red where he's still holding his hands up. He's like, and he's like, so I think Sanja's right. Yep. Not going to work.
It's very
Almost got it
powerful.
though. Almost got it though, I think.
I thought so.
If we no longer have path to work with, should we just head due north then?
Yeah, I still think the map is viable. I just don't think it's gonna be as easy of a route as we thought.
Yeah, so you guys are like going into a forest, but the trees are like far enough in between that you can at least scout around a little bit while you're riding. Like, it's not like it's such a dense forest that you can't even get the cart through. Like, you guys can get everything through.
Is there still there's like a clearing for a path but no path, or does it look like there's like a certain way to go through the woods, or is it just like all trees?
It looks like there possibly once was a path here. It's not like there's not a straight and narrow shot through the forest. But you can see that carts definitely would be able to maneuver their way through.
So kind of like there's still trees on either side, and there's a
Yeah.
direct way to go. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know about this. I mean, we almost just died from the first thing that we saw off the path. Casaki, you were looking grim. Can we even do this? Like,
It's not a matter of
path is
whether we
gone.
can.
I take
We
the
have-
one. Go ahead, my bad.
I was just saying it's not a matter of whether or not we can or can't. It's we have to for the sake of everyone. This is bigger than us. This is for the land, for our families, for our friends, for everyone back home whose village was just destroyed.
Yes.
I want to take out the one thing that I know Miles will listen to, and I take out the prophecy scroll. I say, "This is us. This is us. We got this scroll. You wanted this scroll so bad."
I hold the scroll.
You can hold the scroll. Hand it to Miles.
Miles reverently receives the scroll. He just holds it and he's like, all right. Drugen, what's your vote?
Let's do it.
All right then. Look at us. I guess we're going. Dibs on the back seat then. All right. And he takes the scroll and goes and he hops in the cart and just kind of sits there, obviously waiting for the rest of the group.
Well, I guess we'll let you scroll boys hang out in the back. I'll sit up front with Drugen.
Drugen hops up in there on the cart and grabs the reins.
Yep, I hop in too.
Drugen just grabs the reins and just whips them.
The smallest guy
ready to go.
These giant horses.
Ready to go. Like,
Whoa.
you guys start to go through, and it's pretty easy to make your way through the forest. It is getting very cold. I mean, it's been since you entered this land, it's very cold. And it's pretty easy to make your way through the forest. You're getting to where in the distance you're starting to see how large these mountains are at the back end of this terrain, and you can tell you're getting closer. I'm gonna say at this point, probably after a few hours of riding, you can look through the trees like just eye level, and you can see the base of the mountains. And it's you guys' decision on how far you want to go, how long before you rest and whatnot.
Guys, I can see it. I can see the mountains. Have you ever been in the mountains?
I have not.
Never left Playbrick.
I've only been in the mines.
Drugen, I suppose the mines are kind of like reverse mountains, maybe?
Underground.
Miles, high five for Simon.
We must be organized differently in the cameras because that did not
We
work.
went opposite way. Well, do you guys want to, before we make the trek up, spend the night here at the base of the mountain?
Yeah. I'm pretty tired, honestly.
I think perhaps we should take shifts.
I agree. I don't like it. I'm uneasy. I feel uneasy.
Are you guys going to the base of the mountains, like just out of the forest?
Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. Like I feel like we would want to take our base, like our right
in the
there,
open.
and then go
Yeah.
up the mountain as soon as we woke up.
Okay.
All right, I'll go first tonight. I feel like I didn't go last time, so I'll do it.
Yeah, I feel like we're not really too beat up, so I don't think
Yeah.
we really all need a full night's rest.
Yeah. Miles, he gets outside the carriage. He breaks some twigs nearby, and he looks at him for a second. His eyes flicker a little bit, and you've got a small campfire, just crackling away. Prestidigitation.
the hardest spell to pronounce.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation. Yeah.
Prestidigitation. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if everyone's going to sleep besides Miles, is there anything that the rest of you want to do?
I would like to feed the horses.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give Drugen. It seems like Drugen knows what they're doing with the horses, so I give them all the horse supplies and let them handle it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's your like carrots, apples, sugar cubes. He gave you a few like water skins, and it seems that these seem to be made out of something magical because the water is not frozen. It's completely fine within the water skin.
Sweet.
I would. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say before I take my my meditation, I'd like to cast a shield of faith over Miles, which
Thanks, boss.
won't make much of a difference. But if something happens in the middle of the night, you've got +4 to your AC. So
Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Man, Miles he's sitting up. He's at that fire, but he's like looking around, seeing if anybody notices he's like maybe a little bigger or something.
If everyone's going to sleep, Miles, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Ooh. Oh,
It's gonna work kind of the same way as a perception check, but
Running a 12 on that.
well, could have been a lot worse.
It's not terrible.
not too shabby. Throughout your shift, I don't know how long you're planning on staying up, but throughout your shift, you can hear creatures in the distance. It almost sounds like you also hear some deep, like way off in the distance, you hear deep voices, like kind of rumbling back and forth to each other. But your shift is quiet. There's nothing that actually comes up to the fire.
Sure. Can I tell how close, or is it pretty just hard to tell? Can I
You can go ahead and roll me a perception check.
just maybe something?
Perception or investigation.
Oh, wow.
it's pretty saucy.
Yeah, that's solid.
What can I buy for 21?
You are able to gather that wherever these voices are coming from, they are pretty far away, but for something to be that far and you still be able to hear them,
Yeah.
they would have to be very large.
Okay. Miles he hears it and he starts hunching down, and then I'll look at the fire and use prestidigitation, and I'll just lower the fire real low, just enough so that it's warm. I'm trying to keep it dark, and I'm sitting there. I'm trying to decide if I should wake up Casaki because he's just meditating.
Mm-hmm.
But I just sit there and listen and get ready to shake him if I feel like something's coming at me.
Yeah. You don't get the feeling that anything is approaching, whatever it is. But before you know it, I don't know how long you wanted to actually stay up for. Before you know it, it's getting time to where your eyes are getting heavy, and it might be time to wake someone else up for their shift.
Well, I'd say it's probably been like 2 or 3 hours, and so I'm just gonna come over and poke Kasaki just lightly.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take a turn, I can't keep my eyes open. I'm really struggling.
Go for it. I got you. Trust up, big guy.
All right, and then he takes out his bedroll, and he looks at his own hands and casts sleep, and he's out.
Casaki, go ahead and give me a survival / perception check.
You can do both. Or just the one.
If you're better at one, you can do that.
I'm +5 on both.
Okay. Dang.
Well, we got a 9, so.
He kind of wakes you up out of your meditation, and you've almost got your full meditation in. You're feeling pretty good. And you also hear the same things. But as maybe a few hours in, 2-3 hours in, let me go ahead and roll. So yeah, a few hours in, you are sitting there and you hear the kind of bushes and shrub, and they kind of start to shake a little bit. There seems to be something creeping up on the camp.
Do I have any idea of how big or small this thing is? Is it a chipmunk or a giant?
You can tell it's not larger than these shrubs, which probably stand at about Drugen's height, so probably around that 2.5, 3 foot range.
Okay.
So you know it's not anything like that wolf that you guys just fought.
I reckon I'd like to. I'll shake. I know Drugen only needs 4 hours of sleep as well. So I'll get Drugen up and I'll be like, "Hey, let's go check this out."
Drugen awakes a little startled.
Well, you and I both only require 4 hours, whereas they require 8. So I figured you're my best option since we've already gone 4 hours. If I already got my rest in.
Fine.
Drugen, you also see that there is something rustling these bushes around.
So with my dark vision, does that help me at all?
Oh, roll me a perception check with advantage.
We had a 5.
Hey.
I should only go up.
And a 9.
Oh no.
Hey,
Okay.
Holy shit.
I just woke up. My eyes are a little blurry
Yeah.
still. I can't really see it.
You hear it, like you said, your eyes are kind of coming into focus. Especially now because you were just introduced into daylight. And now you've been up here for a little while. You open your eyes. It's back to nighttime out. Your eyes are readjusting. You see that there is something in these bushes. The bushes are probably about, if you guys are at the base of these mountains, probably about 15 feet away.
I like to. Oh, go ahead, smaller. Dark vision.
I'll go check it out.
Drugen walks over to the bushes, just kind of fearless. And just kind of like rustles back into the bushes, like where he hears the noise.
Yeah. You get right in there, and you're about the same size of these bushes. So you kind of figure whatever is about to be in here, you're about to be looking at it eye to eye. And you rustle around in there, and there's like a patch that you open up, and you look in, and you see this a little bit smaller than you, probably standing right at about 2 feet tall, this white figure, and it looks at you. And there's just a small little sheep rustled up in the bushes.
So I'm gonna try and pet it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a animal handling check.
14.
14. You see that it's kind of caught up in the bushes. Its fluff is kind of tangled and stuff. You reach out and you kind of start laying your hand on it and pulling some of these bushes, getting them untangled, and it does not break eye contact with you and just
Drugen holds the stare right back at him, just blank. But he continues to like pull the branches out of the wool and just like tries to set him free.
Yeah. As soon as you get this thing free, it kind of breaks eye contact and looks down at its body and sees it's free and looks back at you, and in a manner you've never seen before, which you've never seen this animal before, but it sits down on its butt like a dog and
That's just a weird shape. I think it likes you, Drugen.
What is it?
bah!
It's a sheep, I think. Little lamb.
And it kind of looks around a little bit, and it peeks its head into the fire, like to where the fire is. It peeks its head just straight into the fire.
Back a little bit.
It peeks its head at the campsite and pretty leisurely walks right past you guys and goes and lays down by the fire and curls up.
Well, that's adorable.
It doesn't look like any harm.
So Drugen just walks back to his little bedroll and falls back to sleep.
Yeah, you fall back to sleep. Casaki, there's really no other danger. You hear the same things, some wolves and stuff. The sheep seems to be completely out. The sheep's out of it. And there's no more danger until the morning when the sun comes up.
All right. So I'm good. I'm good. If I'm asleep, I'm keeping my watch, and I'll just keep awake and aware until everyone wakes up.
Drugen gets up. He like just goes to search for like a little berry or something, like a little bushel, or finds it in a knapsack if they have that. And walks to feed it to the little animal for breakfast.
Yeah. You kind of see the sheep wakes up when you do, as soon as you pop up, like its head kind of raises up. And you're able to find like berries and such in your like rations that you were given. And you pull a tiny little handful out and you put it right by its nose. And it looks at you, and its mouth opens wide, and these sharp fangs pop out of the sheep, and it sweeps all the berries up without touching your hand. And it's almost like its jaws come out of its mouth and scoop everything up and bring it back in.
Like Squidward trying to
He just pets it because he doesn't know anything different.
What is that?
Simon wakes up
Get
and
away
Miles
from
yelling.
that thing!
Oh my god.
Drugen, what are you doing? What is that?
It's my sheep.
Yeah, that is not a sheep.
That's questionable.
I've seen that.
That's very questionable.
I've seen sheep. That is not a sheep. Get away from it.
Kasaki, how did
It's
you
the
clear
noise.
this? How did you clear this sheep?
Kasaki,
Yeah, looks like
you
a sheep.
just watched him
Like a
do that.
Must be a sheep.
He's from underground.
This is crazy. Maybe the sheep's from underground.
I've never seen one.
It sure has taken a liking to Drugen.
Bah, woof.
Yeah.
I side-eyed the sheep.
I don't want to be near that thing.
It's
Drugen just
friendly.
like pets him. Drugen is actually taking quite a liking to this animal.
Yeah,
Very cute pet you've got.
Thank you.
the morning is you guys's, and everyone go ahead and give me a you can give me a perception check, just kind of as you guys haven't seen this area in full daylight.
While we're doing this, can I just say we're making breakfast, like with the rations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No!
If you're hungry. Oh, we all suck.
God, nat 1.
9, 11, 8, nat 1.
I'm so terrible at perception, bro.
It's early, guys. It's early.
The rolls this session have not been good.
I'm staring at the ship.
Same as usual.
Miles is just heating the pan.
We're saving them for
I'm like
combat,
holding
right?
the pan over Miles.
Yeah.
So you guys
Miles is
see,
tired.
that this is kind of a frozen tundra, especially out of the forest. Kind of a frozen tundra with closely packed together mountains. And I'll say even with like maybe Simon, you don't notice this with the nat 1, but even like very low perception checks, you guys look up and you see these mountains that are absolutely covered in snow. And then at the tops, at the very peaks, it's almost like rays of sunlight are purposely shining down on the peaks, and they are all very like they're filled with like nutrient grass and sunflowers in this snow desert wasteland. These peaks are shining with beauty.
I bet there's some good mushrooms up there.
You know, it's actually quite beautiful.
It really is.
I'm with Drugen. There's probably something special up there.
Do the dwarves live up there?
I thought dwarves are Drugen. Are they underground people? Or are you not? Are you an expert? Or
I've seen some doors.
okay, well, yeah, maybe they like this up the penthouse type thing.
That's the penthouse.
And Aldrich really didn't. He told you about the dwarves and the bird people. He didn't really give you a. He said the dwarves live closer than the bird people, but he just said the dwarves lived in the mountains. So that could be under, on top, actually inside. You're not really too sure.
Alright, well, Simon, how are those eggs coming?
Simon has forgotten that he was doing this. With his nat 1
I'm just-
perception, he totally forgot.
I remember it because I was still doing the fire and you weren't doing it.
This is a team thing. We both forgot. You kept
Alright,
the
well-
fire going.
It's hard to turn it on and off at will, you know.
Okay.
Well, alright, guys.
There's so
We'll
many
find
fire.
something from the bag. I think we should walk because it looks like the good stuff is there, not here. I guess
We should make our way north.
north, towards the mountain, or directions are
Up the mountain, yes.
up it.
Well, I'm
You know,
assuming.
north is only up on the map, right?
No, you see, the mountain village is all the way as further north than the island.
Okay.
I do want to explore the top of that, yeah.
All right. Well, and Miles is putting on his blue suede shoes, lacing them up after he gets out of his bedroll. All right, guys. Well, I'm ready. Anybody?
Should we leave the horses here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, is there a path up the mountain?
Yeah.
I'll say that there is, even with a nat 1 perception, there's like this one that you guys are right in front of, kind of slip at the base of. It's less of like a mountain with a straight peak, and it kind of plateaus. It's a little bit less angled, so it would be. Give me. You came up with the idea, so give me an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah.
Just straight intelligence, not a save.
No. Yep. Just straight intelligence.
Oh, I'm dumb. Sorry, don't listen to that roll. I literally, as soon as you said save, I clicked on the save, and then sorry, that's my bad. I'm gonna roll.
How fast does it roll the dice on you guys' website?
Mine, it's really slow.
It takes a
Yeah,
second.
okay. Well, that's good because your save was still super low, dude.
Oh, I did better. Okay, so I'm glad we took this one. 17.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You think that you could probably get this horse and carriage up onto the mountain. Might take a little bit longer for them. Unless you kind of unloaded some stuff, or I mean, they're gonna be carrying a carriage up a giant hill. So, but as far as just the fact of could they get up there? Yes, they could.
Okay. Well, boys. Drew, I'm assuming you're leading the way.
Are we taking the horses?
I think.
Well,
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
leaving
wanna
him
go.
here. I feel like leaving him here is a death wish.
yeah. Yeah, we've got to.
Plus, I feel
You
like
love all animals. Is that right, Drugen?
What?
You love all animals.
Yes.
I will walk this time. And Miles reluctantly shuts the carriage door.
you can fit everyone.
Yeah, but it's heavy.
Drugen just goes ahead and like hops up on the carriage.
I hop in the carriage. Oh,
well-
because
well,
the
first-
horses. I got
Because it's
you.
yeah.
That's
just-
smart,
it-
Loki. Yeah, I'll take a pack out of there and I'll walk with. That way the
Yeah.
horses aren't pulling
Okay.
extra weight. Yeah, because I feel like we're not moving quickly.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's not like it's a covered carriage, but it's not like it's they set you up with this like magnificent heavy wood. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's a little rackety.
you can lower the weight,
So much for the prophecy.
which will lower the DC on these next rolls, which is good.
Oh, okay.
Drugen throws the little sheep up on the front and just kind of hops up there with it.
I forgot about the sheep already.
He's taking the sheep.
I forgot about it.
The sheep is
You-
coming.
So I had like this list that was half friendly animals, like 10 and below were half friendly animals, and then 11 up were like wolves and stuff like that. And you rolled that 7, and I was like, I don't know what this one is. And I was like, it's a sheep. Oh yeah. Yeah, so everyone go ahead and give me an athletics check, and I'm going to roll for the horses.
Could we do athletic or acrobatics?
Either one, yep.
Okay. That's why I was like, I know some people are probably a
Good
little
call.
bit more dexterous than.
It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter for me.
Yeah, strength versus dexterity in these kind of situations. And this is going to be a group
Oh, let's go.
check.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
highest, like, adding them all together. Dirty 20.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are looking good, and the horses roll a 11 plus 3, so 14, which passes, and a 9 plus 3, which hits the DC. So you guys all pass. The horses struggle a little bit, especially getting closer to the top. But with 2 people walking and maybe kind of helping push, the sheep gets out of the carriage and just starts rubbing its head on the wheel trying to push, but now there's just a bald streak on the top on the top of its head. You guys are able, you see the environment slowly start to change, and like it's still snowy, but grass is starting to peek out, and as you get towards the top, and then you get up there, and there is just this beautiful bright, like Drugen, your eyes are really adjusting here, of just these yellow sunflowers. And as you get up there, the sunflowers all pointing towards the sun, all and look at you guys.
The flowers look at us?
Yeah.
Do you think they taste good?
Are they sentient?
Me too, Sheep. Me too.
You guys can go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Miles is going to.
And actually, I'll say Miles with the advantage.
Oh, nat one.
You said investigation?
Yeah.
Not the nat one.
I'm too busy with the sheep right now. I'm having a conversation with the sheep about how I think
16.
the sunflower stays.
18.
6.
Just the 6. Like, I feel like a nat 1's like kind of cool because you completely fail. But like a 6 is just like, I got a 6.
Yeah.
It's so hard to have, like, especially when I tell everyone to roll, like, investigation, and then someone rolls a nat 1, and it's like, yeah, you don't. See, like, everyone else does, but you just don't.
Yeah.
No, Drugen, your eyes are still kind of adjusting. You're having a little bit of a, yeah, you're up high, sun's bright. This is the highest you've ever been.
That's right.
The
It's 103 too. Like,
Low
I'm
oxygen, yeah.
adjusting.
And Miles and Simon, you rolled a 18, yeah. You guys noticed that the petals on these sunflowers start to flap. As Miles especially, you've heard of Fae sunflower fairies.
Guys, I haven't seen flowers like this since. I think you should go slowly. Don't say anything rude, and hold on, let me try something. And Miles gets on his chest, which is like way unnecessary, and he reaches out and tries to just touch a petal, and use what he knows as heart sight, to check the petals disposition or their. It says you can touch a creature, make a wisdom insight check, contested by their charisma deception check, to find out their alignment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I've never. Is that a homebrew spell?
Yeah, it's part of the Fae blood.
That's sick.
So cool.
You said heart
awesome.
I said, what is that?
And what'd you say? I roll charisma?
Deception check, yeah.
Okay.
I want to look at Simon, or not. I want to look at Miles and be like, I've definitely. read
That
something
is
like
a
this, yeah.
12 plus 2. We roll.
Alright.
Roll.
I'll roll off.
No.
Oh.
They tricked him.
Did you guys tie again?
I got a 7 plus 2.
Hey, third
in a
time's for the
row,
money,
man.
baby.
What happened?
Hold on, wait.
But
You're
there
just
has to be
waiting.
something.
Wait.
There has to be something that they rolled 3 times in this hand.
Yeah.
Like, just
Something
hell breaks
weird
loose.
has to happen.
I'm gonna say roll 3 times and player wins, because that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys, hold on. One more second. I'm getting something.
Would you hurry up?
You got a
20.
nat 20.
Damn.
I'm useless.
Wait, if they tie, isn't attacker always win? It's like an attack roll?
Is that a attack roll? Like, because that's not against AC.
But I didn't know if it worked the same for spells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I was just asking a question.
That seems pretty fair to me.
I will let you know that these things, from what you've maybe seen and heard about them, and kind of getting a little feel for touching this is not a evil or chaotic creature. This is, you can suspect that this would be neutral to good.
Maybe next time a history check might work too.
Yeah. Yeah, you could also do that. But that's a super cool ability, and I'm now seeing the dangers of homebrew subclasses
Yeah.
because I did not know you have that.
Yeah, guys, and I get up off my chest. I think fine.
I just wave at the flowers.
I'd like to know how he was touching the petals if he was on his chest.
I was on my chest reaching out,
Oh, okay.
like slowly crawl and reach. Because I was like, some flowers are like 6 feet tall.
It's like so hard to like raise up your hand on your chest on the ground. Like that.
Yeah,
That's
you grabbed
what
his
it
hand.
looks like.
He went.
There was a small one. There was a
Grab
small
small
one.
He grabbed out that big old stock.
We should have rolled for a sneak on that one.
Yeah. God, I think we're good. Let's. Hello.
I like to high step it through it and I'll just walk through there proudly. Be like, come on, let's go.
You're gonna start walking through.
Well, is this a path or is it just a field of flowers?
It's just a field. Like there is no path on top.
Is there any path around or something that we see?
I mean, you could easily like go towards the side. It's goes from this like grassy or snowy exchange to grass, and then at the very top is like at the very top of the plateau is the sunflowers. So you have a little strip of grass that you could go around to the other side of the mountain.
I see.
But if you want to walk through the sunflowers, I'm not stopping you.
I do want to bring up something. What I know a little bit about, like I feel like Simon's done a lot of reading. He's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
Would I know, like, the Fae's a little tricky and a little weird and a little like, this looks a little, and especially now that I know Miles knows about. Well, no, I don't know Miles is from the Fae. Never mind. Or I don't know if I do or not. I don't think I
Yeah,
do.
I'm gonna say Miles would know that. I'm gonna say Miles would know that everything you see with the Fae is not as it seems.
Yeah.
If you want to, like, I'm telling every player this, I just said that, but if you want to give me a history check,
Okay.
for your character, and everyone else just forget what I said, because
Fair enough.
I didn't hear any.
Breakout chat.
God, man, I'm rolling so piss poorly, man.
That's really unfortunate because I have +4 to history.
I have +3, and I'm like, you have +4 to history? Are you
I
proficient?
have +4 to history. I think so. I'm a little moved on.
I got a 7.
I do. Yeah, I'm proficient.
yes, Simon, you know that the Fae,
It wasn't his best subject.
the creatures themselves, like the creatures that live there, kind of grow up and learn different skill sets than people in this world. You don't necessarily know that they're like, oh, the Fae are always
tricky
out,
and weird.
always out to get
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Like,
Gotcha.
but yeah,
What are you guys? How are you guys feeling about all this?
If there's a way to walk around, I wouldn't wait. I don't want to ruin this beautiful field.
Hey guys, I don't think there's anything bad here, but I think we should walk slowly if we do. Just try not to crush anything.
We're at like a plateau, so like, is the next part of the mountain like steep where horses cannot go? Because
no.
it's still in tow, you know.
Sorry. When I say plateau, I mean like the top of the mountain is just flat.
Oh, we're at the
like,
top.
yeah, this is a less angled, smaller mountain.
Oh.
But you guys would be able to see, like, especially when you get around to the other side, you guys would be able to see the land a lot better than what you did at the bottom.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, do you guys think we can see where the dwarves live from up here? Unless they're inside the mountain, obviously.
Well, I think here's a bit good as anywhere.
Top of the world, baby, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Is this the highest point in Opporus?
Op-
No? Oh, okay. I didn't know. They're big mountains.
No.
Okay.
You would actually know that the tallest point. I think the only one that wouldn't really know this would be Drugen. You would know that the tallest thing, I should say, in Opporus is Titan's Embrace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I figured, but I was like, you know, you gotta ask.
You gotta have. No, like, and I'll actually say, just kind of for a cool factor, you guys, like, if you guys turned around, way off in the distance, you can see that there is a metal armor figure standing who's, I mean, like, chest level is all above the clouds.
Oh,
That's pretty nice.
That's insane. It's insane we can see it from like halfway across the continent.
Yeah, like, it's in, you guys are at the tip of Opporus, and this thing is like smack down in the middle, so you are hundreds of miles away from
And
this
we
thing.
can see it?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Man, the Earth must be flat, huh?
That's what
Hey.
I'm saying.
Hey,
Good thing we're not on Earth, huh?
hey, that's for you
Well,
guys to
Opera
decide,
must
not
be
me.
flat.
There's always one thing that I leave open in my campaigns, and that's if the players decide if the Earth's flat or not.
Turn it to a debate.
It's a
Well-
fantasy world. It can be whatever I want.
Debate, you know?
Well,
I think it's fine, guys.
All right, guys, and I stand up, brush off my chest. I'm gonna go take a look around over there, and I point to the opposite side of the plateau we're on, and then I slowly, with care, start walking through the sunflowers, doing my best not to push any aside or jostle them too much.
I'm gonna go around.
yeah, I'm going around as well.
Miles leaves kind of like a little path that there's wide enough that I can move through. So I just kind of like lead the sheep and myself. The sheep.
Yeah.
You have given Evan this thing, and now you can't take it back.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I think me and Casaki go around. We take the horses with us. 'Cause we
I,
don't want
I was gonna
yeah.
say, I'm guessing one of you is taking the horses.
Can I do do I see anything in the sunflowers as I'm walking through?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me investigation perception. That's a good roll.
That's a good roll. What do I see?
As especially as Miles is kind of out in front, kind of disrupting just the peaceful nature, you see these petals start to, if this is one petal, it kind of starts to separate into wings, and the center, the brown part of the sunflower starts to and like pop out, and you see this one little 2 to 3 inch tall fairy kind of, and as that happens, it's like that yawn was really the thing, and you hear it all throughout this field as the petals burst and thousands of fairies fly up, scatter into the air, and you guys are left alone with just these green stems of sunflowers, as these yellow wings and fairies are like not harming you at all, but just like if you went into a butterfly
Like a botanical
butter-
garden? Yeah, like a butterfly.
a botanical garden, yeah, thank you. Like just how they kind of fly around. They're not there to harm or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm the only one that saw that.
Everyone roll a perception.
Hey, so they're like landing on us and they're swirling around, right? Is it like fast or is it just like slow?
It's fast.
Oh, okay. Miles like, oh, whoa, God, ah, and he sees the fairies and just kind of starts looking around in wonder.
Yeah, and as you're like, especially if you guys are like looking up at them, you see like as they hit the sunlight and their yellow wings are spread out, they kind of the colors change as the sunlight hits them to like this crystal, almost like a disco ball that reflects down on the ground and onto you guys' faces as like hundreds of colors, green, blue, purple, red, yellow, all kind of dance around the top of this mountain.
Wow.
You don't see this in Clay Brick.
No.
Island Dwarves
Ma-
don't have much of this either.
Miles starts. He holds up his hand and uses his favorite cantrip, prestidigitation, or however you say it, and he starts putting out some disco ball light back at them just for fun.
Yeah. It's almost like you kind of, and I don't even know if this is how prestidigitation works, but I want it to work this way, so it's going to. It's almost like a reflective like surface kind of forms on your hand, and as the light bounces off your palm, it kind of shoots back onto them, and it's making a two-way disco ball.
Yeah. Guys, get in here! You're just spinning, reflecting light.
Drugen just kind of walks past it. He's
God,
just having a moron. Like,
Ah! As these fairies are all like tangled up in the sheets of wool.
some sticky wool.
But no, it's like a really almost like majestic scene, especially for you, Miles, who from been in the Feywild. This is almost like a cool little piece of home for you. But yeah.
Miles says, hello, my name's Miles, and he keeps doing the disco ball. He's like,
Who are you talking to?
the fairies, Drugen. The fairies. Do I know the fairies' language?
I was
That's
gonna
what I
say,
want
do
to
you speak fairy?
Yeah.
I mean, they speak. I think there is a language, the language of Fey.
Oh,
Is it Sylvan?
Oh,
I think
dude,
that
you're
is-
so smart. You're DM. You're
I speak Sylvan.
what happens next?
Oh,
Do
no,
you
no,
speak
no.
Sylvan?
I do.
You
So
do,
do
yeah.
I. Hold on. I speak Sylvan as well.
Oh, why?
wait, is that elf? 'Cause
I
he's a
almost
half-elf.
picked Sylvan. Yeah.
You have to.
Because I just get some other language, and I picked.
Oh, you
I
randomly
Sylvan.
picked
I didn't know what it was.
I'm still listening. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, you want to grab me a drink, Jarrett? Sylvan is the language spoken by the majority of Fey animals. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Hello.
Fairies
It actually sounds like.
And as you kind of you kind of see a few of them turn their heads and like ears prop up, heads prop up. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check though.
Ooh, you messed with the wrong man.
You have a good persuasion.
Plus 5.
17.
17. Yeah. you see this like group of fairies kind of join together, and they create this probably 2 or 3 foot long mouth, and all in harmony, the mouth starts moving up and down, and you hear 100 voices saying, "Hi, how are you today?"
Yeah. Hi, it's me, Miles. Yeah, you don't know me actually, but I know people like you. Would you happen to be able to point us in the direction? We're looking for dwarves. Not that we like you. You're great. You're really great. But are there short people maybe? Kind of, sturdy, but short. They always smell kind of like burn.
Well, thank you for waking us up. We haven't been woken up, and no one's climbed to the top of these mountains in centuries. Yeah, you're looking for the dwarves? We can help you. And almost like those fish from Nemo, they all come together and they form an arrow. And if you look over, as you look over to like the edge of the mountain you're on, as it starts to slope back into the snow, there's another group creating another smile waiting there for you guys.
Thank you so much. And Miles gives his most polite bow.
And you kind of see the mouth smirk. I don't know. I don't know.
Some rays.
It smiles, I guess.
Good job, Dungeon Master.
A
Good job.
hand comes up and
Yeah. The lip just goes.
They're the Riz fairies.
All right. Well, it's really nice to meet you. Do you all have a name? I could call you Jeffrey if you like.
I mean, you can just call us the Fae. If you want, we can go through our names. And don't test me.
There won't be this to say. No. No, you missed so much stuff already. I couldn't have closed. No, thank you.
Well, hear him out for it, Miles. Come on.
No, it's really too much.
They're
I
just
really
screaming in
couldn't
Sylvan, and I'm just me and Drew are standing there.
So the rest of this session and all of next session are me just saying these fairies' names.
Yeah, Joshua and Joshy and Jared and Joshua Jr. Yeah, and
but yeah, you guys kind of go over. A few of you going around, some of you going through. You guys go over to this other group of fairies on the ledge, and just look out towards your left, and do you see the waterfall? And
guys,
everyone go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Drugen and Simon, the waterfall.
17.
Oh, you really told me to look. They're pointing, but he just cannot see it.
I have astigmatism.
Luckily, the other guy speaks Sylvie.
So we got. Yeah, so I'm gonna say all of you guys. Simon, you
Thanks.
kind of.
It's
still
blurry. It's blurry.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's I mean, dude, you're pretty amazed by these,
Oh yeah.
by what's going on around you. Simon, perception's not your strong suit, dude.
I have proficiency in it.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
I have 0 to wisdom.
Oh.
You guys, yeah, I'm gonna say you guys all see it, especially them kind of pointing it out to you. There is this, you guys see that looking out, these mountains are almost in like rows. And looking to where they're wanting you to, there is this mountain towards the right side of the tip of the continent. You can see the ocean in the background. There is a mountain where a giant hole has been made inside, like into the mountain, and a stream. Well, no, not a stream. A frozen water, like a frozen waterfall, come out of it, and it hits onto the ground. But you see that where it hits on the ground, there is no like spread. There's no frozen stream flowing away from it. And looking up at the hole that the waterfall is coming from, you see a pretty big sized tunnel in the mountain, about, you guys guessing, a few 100 to 300 feet up from the base of this mountain. That's where the dwarves live. We can't take you in there, but we could surely fly you to closer to the base of the mountain.
You can take us there.
Yeah, your carriage and everything.
One second. I got to talk with my friends. 1 second.
Yeah.
So, Drugen, Simon, have you ever flown before?
Can't say I have.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've flown before. Thanks.
Drugen, you can hear them, Casaki.
I can't fly.
Well, listen. They're gonna pick you up. I think the best bet is to kind of just do nothing, but they're gonna take us where we need to go.
The sheep do.
Excuse me. Can we take the sheep? Can you take the sheep?
I was just gonna say, to make it easier on all of us, if you guys just want to pile into the carriage.
Okay. But you do act like you have a thousand brains.
Well, we try to be smart.
Okay. Well, and
Can I roll
Then the-
insight on these fairies?
Yeah, give me that insight, dude.
I'm not getting dropped 1,000 feet off the side of this mountain.
They'll drop you. They'll drop you whenever they want to.
Simon squints
they're
his
nice.
eyes.
I checked.
Well, it doesn't even matter. I rolled 10.
A 10. That kind of, that history check that you did earlier is kind of coming back into mind, and you're starting to really think, don't Fae usually only do something for something in return?
That's what
And they might not tell you until after they do what you want. It's just a thought that kind of slips in that.
I want to kind of. I just want to be sitting near next to the car, and I just want to squint my eyes at the fairies, and I just want to speak up and go. So, I appreciate the favor. Are you gonna? Would you want repaid for that? Because I just want to know if he would have to come back here.
Oh, and you guys you see now, especially, that they do speak common.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I just spoke to him, not even knowing if they can understand.
I'll translate that for Simon, I guess.
I'm gonna say just about every intelligent creature can speak. That just makes it so much easier. You see they all kind of like look back and forth, and then as you say this, you hear a rumbling,
Okay.
and a giant sunflower comes up from inside the mountain, and it looks down at you, and you see it only has 6 petals spread evenly throughout, and they flap, and the middle part, and this giant fairy, probably about 10 feet tall, shoots out of this stem, and the fairies kind of spread apart, and it lands right in the middle on top of this mountain. Hello.
Hello.
You asked about a favor.
I did.
What were you needing done? And you see one of the fairies kind of flies close, and we were just gonna fly them over to the base of the dwarven mountain. Ah. Well, that's not a favor, that's a choice. We can fly you there, no problem. Or you can walk, but we will be asking for something in return.
Okay. I'll turn back
While
to
we
everybody.
fly, can I ask?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to see if whilst we fly, could we perhaps ask some questions as well?
Yes?
Don't know if I want to leave my feet from this ground.
It won't be a... Look, I know Fey creatures are said to be... We don't have a good rap on this. A good, A lot of people don't like us in this world. I'm not going to ask of you a task or favor that will put you in harm's way. It's nothing but a simple favor.
I'm not saying we don't like you. That's not. But
I never said you didn't.
And
I never
also-
said I don't like you.
Could
Thank you,
could
wise fairy.
Could I?
Wait, give me a second to roll here real quick.
Okay. Could I maybe just ask you a question real quick? The fairies told us that you haven't been awoken in centuries. I have a hard time believing we're the first people on top of this mountain in centuries. Is there a reason you haven't been awoken?
And you kind of see him. He has a complete face.
Yeah. Okay.
And everything. You kind of see him. Ah. You've been to the Fae. As he looks down at Miles. Sorry. I hit my nose.
I don't smell.
You smell a Fae.
So do you.
Oh, I know.
Well, look at us.
The reason we haven't been awakened in 100 years, that's them. I've been awake for, well, I guess it's not I've been awake, but more I haven't been able to sleep in hundreds of years. Look, I'm not your enemy, and I know these Fey favors are usually more than they seem to be. But I want one thing from you. Try. That's all I'm asking. I'm not telling you to succeed. Try and find a way to get me and my family here, and my family spread across every mountaintop in this terrain. Try to find a way to get us back to the Fae. Something weird is going on in this plane. Something weird has been going on in the Fae, and we cannot get back.
I knew it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Miles take the floor.
You haven't been able to find it either.
No, we've
It's gone. All the
searched
usual
every
spots?
terrain.
I mean, because usually all you gotta do is get into any deep forest and then boom, you're there.
Yes.
I don't know. My mom used to find them, so I didn't really pay too much attention, and now I can't get back.
Well, I even checked. We got through this to this plane through the Enchanted Glade, a little more down
Okay.
south.
Okay.
Upon arriving, we wanted to stay. We wanted to find a home away from the Seelie and Unseelie courts. We stayed for a while, and then we grew bored. I guess no other Fae to trick. You can trick humans, but they don't trick you back. Fae, it's a never-ending game. Tag. I trick you, you trick me. And we grew bored. One night, my family here went to sleep, and I arose the next morning to find that they didn't greet me as usual. It's been that way for about a century and a half. And now I just want to go.
Well, you said the Enchanted Glade, right?
Yes, that is where deep in that forest has the connection between this world and the Fae is very thin around that area. We were able to find a way to slip into this world, but I've tried in the last century, and there seems to be openings to the Fae, but just not any openings for me.
Seems like someone's played the ultimate trick on you, friend.
That's why I ask you, look, I don't know if we're going to lay back down tonight and I'm going to wake up tomorrow and no one is going to wake up again, besides me. But just in case, I'm just asking you to listen, to search for any possible things you hear about the Feywild, possible people magically disappearing, or people, satyrs and elves magically showing up. Anything would help at this point.
Do you have any way for us to contact you? We can't keep climbing this mountain. We have other business to attend to as well.
I have made a friendship, you could say, with the Pingmen. God, I love that name. Sorry. With the Pingmen at the tip of the country, they will give you the way to contact me.
All right.
Okay.
So sounds like it's on our way.
May I interject here, sir?
Yes, please do.
I'm just wondering. If
Let
you
me
know
just
any-
go grab another beer. Real quick.
Yes.
Fairies, bring me a beer.
So I rolled a stealth check.
Okay.
I kind of got bored with the conversation because Drugen doesn't. He's not a big talker.
Yeah. Not big on diplomacy.
No, he's not. So he just kind of like
He's a man of
meandered off.
action.
Meandered off.
Which one are we going with here?
Uh,
Peach?
Beach. So he just kind of like went back to the carriage and just kind of like started rustling through his things. And he hasn't heard most of this conversation.
Do I know that he's gone?
Roll a check.
Yeah, I'm gonna say go ahead and roll. Drugen, you can roll stealth if you want, or you can use your just
I
kind
already
of.
did.
Okay. Oh shit.
I rolled it like 4 minutes ago.
Calm down. Calm down.
Relax.
Miles, you do not see him
Okay.
disappear. Casaki, what was it that you were wanting to do?
I was gonna speak to the Fey man.
Yes.
Hey, man.
I was gonna ask if I was gonna bring up the fact that the path has been tampered with, and just let him know what's all going on, how the path is diminishing, and the path into the snowy forest is also gone. I'm wondering, if in his years of lonesome wake, he's heard any murmurs and thinks it could be connected in some way.
Oh my gosh, we're getting into so much lore, and I love everyone here.
I didn't hear any
You
of
see him kind of ponder a little bit. That's good because Drugen wouldn't know about any of this. You see him ponder a little bit. He goes, I have not been here since the War of Eradication. I have not been on this plane that long. But from what I know, the paths... It's hard to tell if the path didn't form all the way, or the path chose certain terrains not to go into. But while the looks of a path might still be on the land, the path never stretched into this terrain.
Interesting.
And it's been like that since the Eradication War.
What? Can I history check that?
Yeah.
I got 11.
You have heard of a celestial war that happened on this world way back. And actually, I should have told you guys this.
Yep.
Like session 0, session 1. Let's see. The year is... There we go. The year is 29. Yeah, that 2937.
2937.
And you know that the Eradication War was something that lasted. It's something that's almost not talked about. Something that you bring it up and people are like, you cut that out. You know it.
Germany.
You know it was happened in the span of many years, and it's been over for right around 800 years.
Sure.
So it's not something that even like nowadays, like elves from that time, they would be dead most likely.
Mhm.
So like nobody that was in or firsthand experience of the war is around anymore.
Sure. Do we know a lot about the cause of that war or no?
You know that there was a pretty much a war of deception that a handful of gods faced another handful of gods, created the planet, the world together, but kind of had different views of what the world should be. And that was and you also know that elves and half elves were a big part of said war.
Well, so I think yeah, I'm actually looking for kind of ways to get back as well. I lost some people, and I think that's where I need to go to find them. But I don't know. I just haven't been able to find any place to get there. So definitely be willing to look out for you in that way.
Well, thank you. That's all I can ask. I can make a fey promise on that if you want.
Yes.
Are you the one that wants to make that promise?
Be careful, Simon. What kind of promise would this be specifically?
They take us down the mountain. We look out for a way for them to get back to the Fae.
And like I said, there's no stopping you guys from. You guys made it up. There's no stopping you guys from the day trek to that mountain of walking.
Miles, you're already looking for a way back anyway, right?
Yeah.
As long as we make it now. I just don't want them to fly us down. No offense. I just don't want to be flown down the mountain and then this deal change. So if we make it now, I'm okay with it. But I don't want to be hoodwinked.
So I think this is okay. And Miles, he reaches into his shirt and he pulls out, it looks like a coin. It's perfectly metallic, and he puts one side of his thumb on it and he holds it up for the fairy to touch the other side. I said, it's a deal.
And he reaches down, and I mean, this is a pretty big thumb, covers the entire coin. But he reaches down and presses it, and you see him kind of close his eyes, and he lights for just a flash of bright light kind of comes from him. And you feel this just sharp, quick, no damage, but just this sharp, quick pain kind of shoot through down your arm.
Yeah.
And as you look at your wrist, there's a tattoo of a sunflower on your wrist.
That's freaking sick.
And you look, I'm going to say that you kind of look at his as he pulls away, and he has the symbol of the coin that you guys just, it is on his wrist.
Sure.
Are you ready to fly?
Yeah, guys. Cassie, where's Drugen?
We hear the sheep at the cart.
Well, we need the cart anyway. I guess it's already done. We're going. I'm going. Are you guys coming?
Boy,
So Drugen left. So Drugen left the cart.
What?
Wait. He took the sheep. The sheep went with him.
Okay.
And the sheep and him kind of just wandered through the sunflower field. The sheep kind of led him, and he followed. And the sheep found like this gem in the middle of the field, and it's kind of like an emerald cut, but it's big. It's like the size of his hand, of Drugen's hand. And you know, we have an affinity for shiny things, so he kept it. It's like see-through, but it's not. And it's like super shiny, like I'm thinking of the word. It's like crystalline. It's like crystalline.
Okay.
And so he just kind of like pockets it.
That's that's the ballsiest thing I've ever seen
I've never-
in Dungeons and Dragons.
He said,
So
I
yeah,
did this.
that totally happens.
Okay.
That's the dopest shit.
Drugen has the world in his palm.
And so he takes it and he just pockets it, puts it in his little knapsack, doesn't really tell anybody, because like gnomes like their shiny shit, and he's keeping it.
That's the
But he does like times it perfectly. So he like arrives at the carriage right as everybody's like walking to it.
That's the coolest thing. I've never seen anyone just be like, "Yo, here's what I do."
No rolls, no running it by the DM. I do this. You can't say anything about it. It happened. It's canon. Fuck you.
This sheep let me do an emerald.
That's what happens when you make
This
friends with
emerald's
the sheep.
worth 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, that's so awesome.
Oh, good job. You won.
Thank you.
You won D&D.
You beat me. Yep. Do you get this crystal? I like how I'm looking over at all my stuff like this was planned, and I'm like, what do I do?
Where's the crystal?
What the fuck do?
Yeah.
Where's the crystal?
It's in a script.
We're off script at this point.
Chase, you're supposed to win. What happened?
None of this was scripted. This whole, you guys were not supposed to climb this mountain.
No, was our perception just garbage?
This entire section has been off script.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was pretty good off script right there.
Yeah, this is a good session. After you find this crystal and the sheep bleats at you for a little while, do you head back to the cart?
Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
timed perfectly. You guys really don't even realize that like I had gone into the field, but you realize I wasn't there.
Let's
Okay.
do one more stealth check.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you kind of went to the cart for a little bit, was able to get into the field, but let's do something on you getting back to the cart.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay.
So how big? This emerald was kind of fat though, right?
Yeah.
How big we talking? You only 3 feet big. How big's your
That's like
pocket?
an
That's
perception.
true. I would say like actually like a human hand size. So it's like a 6-incher.
Whoa.
which is pretty big.
It's a fact.
Yeah, you're definitely like have to have two hands on this thing.
Yeah. But I put it in my
Simon,
knapsack so you guys can't see it.
Simon and Casaki, did you roll?
I'm not supposed to. Oh, stealth or?
Perception. Sorry.
No, Miles didn't see it.
Wow.
Miles is making a deal for his life right
Miles
here.
is just rubbing his wrist still.
Yeah, so actually Casaki and Simon both see, I'm gonna say that what did you roll, Drugen? 13? I'm gonna say that's like close enough to where they don't maybe necessarily see you holding something, packing something away, but they definitely see you wandering around the field and coming back to the car, kind of not really joining in conversation, but just kind of hanging out with your sheep.
Yep. It's freaking sheep, but it's my sheep
I
boy.
don't say anything.
Bah, it does.
Hey, Duke, thanks for watching, I guess. Your pet is seeming happy.
I fed him a lot.
Well, so we just talked to a big fairy. There's a small fairy, and there are a lot of them, and there's a bigger one.
I saw it.
Oh, okay. Well, we have to get in the car now.
Perfect.
Yeah. I've got his free passage. All I had to do was get this cat. Miles gets, and he sits in the cart, and he gets as small as possible, and just waits, and he's excited.
Yeah, Simon gets in the car as well.
And I think kind of everyone getting into the cart, sheep getting into the cart, we're getting close to that 2-hour mark. I think we're going to take like a 5-10 minute break if everyone's good with that.
Yeah.
I have to use the restroom really bad, so I have been drinking and making up a story as we go here. This is a cool ass little session though, because I didn't even think I like made these. I made the peaks, like it's called the Opposite Peak Highlands, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool if they were like super sunny. I for some reason like it just didn't even enter my mind that you guys were gonna be like, that's where
We
that's
want to
where
go
we're
up
going.
there. That looks the coolest.
Probably should have thought about that. I didn't, but yeah,
That's
We're,
so crazy.
we're off the hinges now, and we're loving every minute. So
Hey, we need our what's our post session name called again, Jarrett?
Oh yeah. So our post-session thing is called Crit and Rally.
Dude, on next episode of Crit and Rally, I want to hear what we were supposed to do.
Well,
Okay.
We could do some. We'll hash it out whenever how we can do Crit and Rally, because obviously it's going to be like, are we wanting to make it like a separate thing, or we'll hash it out? We'll hash it
yeah,
out.
Hash it out.
we will be right back. Thank you if you have been watching up to this point. 5-10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, let me
We're back,
mess
everybody. We
around
got
with this
figured out. We're
audio
all
real
good.
quick.
No worries. We had some technical difficulties.
This is
on
a test.
The mic sides of things, so
I can
We got one
hear
of
it, Levi.
Okay,
easy peasy.
give me
You guys know how
one.
it is.
Okay, see if you can hear it now.
Jessica Ball, thank you so much for the 100
testing,
bits.
1, 2,
I have
3.
to do that. I appreciate you, friend. Also, welcome in. I do hope you're having a wonderful day.
Here we go.
Thank you so much.
We're back.
Welcome
Okay,
in.
I am so sorry because we've been
How is the day
streaming
going?
for 2 hours, and I don't think any of my audience has been able to hear any of you guys besides me. So that's all my fault. I'm a pro streamer, as everyone can see. But let's get back to the meat of this stuff. We have
Exactly.
a character that's just went rogue with no DM permission, and he's went crazy, and I gave it to him
He's
because
beating
I'm
DD.
Yeah, he just
Step at a
won. I have a trophy that I just bought off Amazon being sent to him right now that says, "You won D&D. Congratulations, you asshole." That's what it says. That's what it says. Yeah. So, do you guys all get inside the carriage?
Yes.
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 Miles was instantly sitting in the carriage, knees to his chest, just excited.
So you guys all get in, and you see all these yellow-winged fairies. It's a closed carriage, so there is like cloth above you guys. You can't see above you, but out of the back and to the front, you see them kind of spiraling around, and then you see them just disappear. And as you look out of the back of the carriage, you see them all joined together in this. The big fairy is nowhere to be seen. But you see them all joined together, and they form the wings of a butterfly as they rush down towards the carriage. And everyone, go ahead and give me. Gonna be low DC, but go ahead and give me a Dex save to not fall out of the carriage.
Not very dexterous in this armor.
14. Drugen is a demigod.
Hey,
Casaki.
Yeah.
hey,
Ooh,
Casaki,
nice.
Casaki,
20?
five was the DC. So
That's what I was hoping for.
you kind of like full. Did Simon? Did you roll a nat 20?
I did.
Nice.
He
You-
is definitely safe.
You stay strong, and it's almost like even though you're not that dexterous, your armor and just kind of like keeps you to the floor. Kasaki, you kind of get caught off balance and roll back to the back of the cart. But as you're like kind of leaning over the back, you feel this gathering of fairies kind of push you back and get you safely back in. And as you guys look out, you see that the horses they're almost reaching under the horses to make sure they're secured, along with reaching under the carriage. And you guys are not necessarily soaring, but gliding down towards the base of the mountains. And within about 2 or 3 minutes, you guys are at the base of this mountain, and they hover you right above the ground, and you kind of feel them drop you, kind of set you down, and you see this giant butterfly kind of break apart, and they all scatter back towards the top of the mountain that you just came from. And you guys are at the base, or at the bottom of the dwarf's mountain.
Bye, thank you.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you in Silverian. Sylvan.
I don't know what that sounds like, but you tell me what it sounds like right
There
now.
we go.
Oh.
You tell me.
Oh.
Horia.
That's pretty good.
Todia.
Tonya. And they fly away, and you guys look up, and you guys are at the bottom of, like I said before, this tunnel, and the waterfall are not all the way at the top of this mountain. They're about, looking now, they're about 200 feet up, but this is a very tall mountain.
Like tall as in steep? Or like.
Tall as in steep, yes.
So it's I can't climb straight up it.
So the horses could not go up this thing.
No horses.
So
You actually have to like climb to go up.
Okay.
ooh,
And if you guys click on your speed, I put you guys' climbing speed in there today.
Oh, okay.
I got 20 feet.
Wait, where is
20
that?
feet. Okay. If you click on it, it comes up in the right the note.
Notes?
Well, like if you click on your walking speed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
It's
25
side,
feet.
yeah.
I'm a freaking climber, man.
Yeah, so unless you have a designated speed that says like in your racial proficiencies and stuff, your climbing and swimming speed is usually half of your walking speed, and if it's rough terrain, it could be even less. I just took 10 feet off because I was like, I feel like I'm not trying to be like, be a hard DM or
Yeah.
anything. So I just took 10 feet off of everyone's walking speed and called it good.
So I'm looking around. Do I see anything at the base?
No, I mean, at the base, besides the waterfall, this is a completely normal mountain. Looking at the waterfall, I'm not going to have you guys roll perception, because this is a cool description, and I want to tell it. So you guys see that, like I said before, it doesn't, like, spread out when it impacts with the floor. But instead, you guys see that the water is actually moving inside this frozen cylinder of ice. But it's moving upwards.
I don't know.
That looks like dwarven work if I've seen it.
Okay. That's definitely something.
All right, guys. We should have asked them to take us to the top.
They said that they could not take you to the top.
I see.
Not it on carrying the sheep.
Oh, also not it.
I got it.
All right. Well, do we climb?
How
We
how
could
tall
go
is this
around
wall
the map.
face?
200 feet?
What was that?
How tall is the wall face?
Like to the tunnel that you guys are trying to get to, 200 feet.
That's like 10 turns for me.
Yeah, that's a lot of turns.
That'd be really bad if it turned into combat, wouldn't it?
I think we should climb that.
Was that a threat?
That would suck.
I say we climb.
Yeah, I think we should climb. Might as well get to
Okay.
it, right?
I actually leave the sheep.
You lead the sheep. Okay.
With the horses.
With the horses. And
As their protector.
it is cold, but you have the blankets on the horses. You kind of leave them out the water skins and the food a little bit. Give them a little bit to eat before you go. And the sheep, it's going to stay warm. You throw out a few berries for it, and
The smart sheep, I'm not worried.
yeah. Oh, he's a smart sheep. This sheep was not supposed to be this important. That's
Give me storylines, pal.
but yeah, you guys can do whatever you want.
Well,
Were we giving climbing gear?
I'll say it was in your kind of
Okay.
in that supplies that they gave you.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Are we free? I didn't know if we were just
No.
free climbing
No.
this or
Full
wow.
doing
It's
this
like,
thing.
oh.
You have ropes. You guys have basic grappling hooks. Miles actually has a. You have a custom built grappling hook, do you not?
so let me check. I'm not
I thought-
adventuring gear.
I thought you bought a grappling hook.
Oh, from the path.
I think you did, yeah.
I didn't add that to my. No, I bought a box of candy.
Roll the history check. No.
You said you bought a grappling hook.
I bought candy items.
Okay, well then I'm envisioning things. But either way, you guys have, I'll say, 4 sets of climbing gear. You guys, and I think in your individual packs, you guys should all probably have rope.
Yeah.
So you have, if it's 50 feet of rope per personal pack, and then in the climbing packs, you guys have plenty of rope. Yeah.
All right. Does anybody fancy going first?
Drugen just like lashes on the wall and just starts climbing like a freak.
I actually go, as soon as I see Drugen step up, I want to use telekinetic push and throw him 30 feet onto the mountain face. Up the mountain face.
Okay.
I literally just want to basically just and just sling him up.
Yeah, so, and you guys we're not in initiative, but you guys can kind of go with your initiative stats. So if you want to just climb, you can dash and go 40 feet.
Oh, okay.
Or if there's anything that you want to stop and look at, you can do that as well.
Okay.
But we're starting out with Drugen 30 feet ahead of you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I rolled an acrobatics 23, so I definitely hung on.
Okay, yeah, and as you guys climb, just give me a kind of each round, give me an acrobatics check. If you fail, it does not mean that you slip and fall all the way down. It might mean you lose 5-10 feet, depending on the fail.
Could I roll athletics?
Yep, everyone. Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
But I had a question. This is more about D&D as a whole.
Yeah.
Can I cast spells upon myself?
It depends all on the wordage of the spell. What is it?
I'm just going to use Enhance Ability.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you can definitely cast that on yourself.
Yeah, like that, and shield you can do. Yeah.
I'm going to use that as somebody who has the dexterity of a dead cat. And I use, well, obviously it'll be Cat's Grace upon myself.
Okay.
Which is a buff of
Dexterity.
it's an advantage on dexterity, and I don't
Okay.
take fall damage if it's 20 or less.
Nice. Cool.
Okay,
What
so
does that
I
look
have
like?
myself.
Wait, what does that look like whenever you do Cat's Grace? That sounds so cool.
All right, so the way I envision this is I'm gonna do my incantation of enhancing ability, and then I'll when I have to touch somebody, so I'll touch myself, and then when I do, I feel the spirit of a cat, and I do the little cat Archie thing in my back, and I get there, and my nails just get a little bit longer and pointier, and I feel all the hair on my body just kind of slick back like a cat's.
Oh, that's cool.
Mind you, he's a 6'7" beast.
My eyes get a little bit cat-like, little narrow. The pupils get a little bit sharper.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
And I'll even give you a bonus with this. I'm gonna say whenever you do that, especially with dexterity, it's almost like your armor becomes more form fit to your body. And if you do that in certain situations, I will not give you disadvantage on stealth rolls.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
That's so nice.
Oh.
Carson's spells are cooler than mine.
But yeah, so you guys, I'm guessing you guys all do your 40 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Drugen, I'm guessing you go up. What you have? So 50 more feet.
So
I think
also
mine's
have
only 20. Or I guess.
Well, dashing. It's the only action you're doing. Yeah. So.
But actually, I'm gonna wait on that.
So you're just gonna go your regular and kind of hold an action.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no! I go.
Okay.
I dash.
Okay. And as you guys go up, so you guys are 40 feet and 30 plus 50, so 80 feet.
Good math. My DM.
Give me. Hey, I might have not been the best, but when it comes to movement, I can figure some stuff out. Give me that second athletics acrobatics check.
Oh, I didn't even do my first one. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot. Sorry.
God.
My bad.
15.
Oh, I get. Never mind. I get an advantage. Oh, you fricking me. Oh, okay. We got a 9.
Casaki, it's not hard.
That's a
Like, I mean, it's a steep climb, but everyone kind of tied together, helping each other out.
So
And-
if somebody falls, I have gust, so I can like give you a little oomph.
And actually, go ahead because I know Drugen is up front because he got thrown up 30 feet. What's kind of the order of the climbing here?
Oh well, gosh.
Definitely Drugen, and then
I didn't make
I-
the use of it.
I want to say Casaki. And then
Miles would be a little hesitant to
I
climb.
must say, then me and Miles, I think, is kind of the.
Yeah, I'll be the caboose if it has to be.
Okay.
Sorry.
I feel like
Cas-
this is a mistake.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
So everyone's right around. We got 130 feet, and then 80 feet. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another one.
Okay.
Miles is taking the lowest handholds of all time.
You're almost like because Casaki is like weighs so much and is in front of you. He's more like lifting you with him than you are actually.
Yeah.
Hey,
I took a
Jared-
tumble.
Jarrett, what?
Thank God for the advantage, by the way. Can I just
Whoa.
that one out?
Yeah,
Look at that
yeah.
one.
That would have been 2 nat ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, cool. Woo!
Oh, what'd you get? It's not showing up for me yet.
Me?
No, Casaki.
I rolled twice. I rolled a nat 1 and a 19.
Okay. Okay.
So the 19 advantage comes in clutch.
Drugen, did you roll a nat one?
No, it was a 7.
Okay. Okay. So there was only one nat one, but because of advantage.
Yeah.
That was spicy.
No, Simon. Simon. Jarrett, what's that 1 + 5, bro?
Oh no, bro.
I was so
trying to figure
confused.
out a way to save myself here.
I was so confused because I saw Kasaki's nat one, but I saw you doing this,
That's what I'm so.
and I was like, I don't know if he's looking at Kasaki's or, man. So you are, second to last,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say because Drugen called it out that he has gust. I will let him
What's
Try-
gust range?
try and help you out. You are
Okay.
30 feet. You are 30 feet ahead of everyone, Drugen.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so one medium or small creature that you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw. I guess it says or be pushed up 5 feet away from you.
Can I just choose
But-
to fail?
I would say that that Simon is a willing creature in this.
Yeah.
So I will not give him the 5 feet, but I will give him. It will keep him from falling.
That's fair.
That's nice,
Cool.
bro.
Right?
Dang.
You're airbender.
Bro.
And actually, go ahead and tell us what that looks like as well.
So Drugen is like up ahead, and each time he like, because he's first, so he runs up really far and then like just kind of like checks everybody, and he sees Simon just kind of like lose his footing and just kind of like grasp and he doesn't really does like panic, just like straight panic in his face. But Drugen just like takes a second and like speaks to the winds, and the winds just kind of like hold him just enough so that Simon can like grab a hold, but he doesn't realize that he fell.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool. That's cool.
That's cool. Yeah. So as this kind of happens, a little bit of rush of adrenaline and everything. You guys hear, especially you, Drugen, who is, what are you at now?
I think I'm at like 180.
80?
Oh,
180?
Yeah, my bad.
You hear from right above you, climbers. And, let's roll initiative, guys.
Give me something good.
You guys got lucky.
Well,
I was rolling perception the entire time, and they didn't
They didn't see us.
they didn't perceive you guys until I
rolled
just
like a
rolled.
dog, bro. I swear.
Why do I only roll well in initiative?
Simon.
7 initiative.
This checks out though. Like
This does.
I'm up first. Casaki second. Miles and Simon.
I was
you
just
know.
paying a little bit better attention than I was.
I'm a real.
I'm
I'm a
also
real
a
like,
little
bitch. I didn't
jump
know
in.
So we got 12, 27, and 18. So it is Drugen's turn, and you look up and you see 3 dwarves in full armor looking down on you guys, and it looks like they have things in their hand.
Okay. As a history check, are the dwarves and the gnomes? Do they have any like bad blood? Like, is there history between us?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't think so either.
There are so a lot of, they kind of live in the same places. Gnomes, some gnomes live like underground, some dwarves live underground. Some take to the mountains, other gnomes take to the mountains. They kind of have the same living habits, I'm gonna say, but there's no every time you see a gnome or every time you see a dwarf,
Beat them up.
mess them up.
Okay. I'm
And
actually just.
you hear
Oh.
these 3 guys and some people behind them yell, intruders.
I'm gonna hold.
You're gonna hold,
I'm gonna hold.
and then that is 2018 Casaki.
I will. I would like to shout in Dwarvish. We come in peace. We come in peace. Hold your. I do speak
Dwarf-
Dwarvish. I got
And-
5 languages.
Carson's a
Oh
Chad.
Dang.
gosh, yeah, clerics do know.
That's
I forgot.
crazy.
That's crazy.
You get extra
Uh,
languages for with religion. So
Go
yeah.
ahead. I'm gonna give you the chance. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. Pretty high DC.
My curse was like
Where my roll's been going. 10.
10. You can tell they hear you from down below. But it looks like I'm gonna say that you know that dwarves. I'm gonna say speaking Dwarvish, learning how to speak Dwarvish. You've probably studied them a little bit. You know that they are very territorial.
Mhm.
So it probably wouldn't even matter if another dwarf right now was climbing up this rock face. They would still be in the same mood. And with that, that is at 17. That is one of the dwarves, as he is going to
Can we tell how
throw.
many dwarves there are?
What?
Can we tell how many dwarves there are?
3.
3. Okay.
As far as we
3.
can see, right?
Miles
Yeah.
can't see crap.
You can hear more in the background, but right here, looking down at you, there are 3. And this guy's gonna pick up, about with 2 hands. He's gonna pick up a boulder and he's going to throw it down at Drugen.
Okay, I have deflect missiles.
Deflect missiles. I
It's got a
will.
rock.
What?
It's a big old rock. Oh, no.
I will let it work on that because. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna let it work on that. Do you have to roll anything to do that?
So the verbiage is you can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 7. If you
Okay.
reduce damage to 0 and you have a free hand, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with a range of 20-60.
20 with. If it's behind 60, it's with disadvantage.
I see.
Yeah. So let's see if it even hits.
Okay.
And what's your AC?
My AC is 17.
17. Yeah, so that's an 18 to hit. So it does hit.
Okay. 1d10 or 5. Oh, 12.
That's not
12.
bad.
Apologies.
Yeah.
12.
So it is. It comes out 2-0.
Oh.
Nice.
But I'm gonna
Okay.
say you don't have
I
a
don't
free
really have a
hand.
free hand. No, I don't think so. Okay.
But I'm gonna say you kind of like almost raised a hand and blocked it out of the way and stopped it from hitting anyone else.
Yep.
And that's actually really good reasoning because next in line in initiative is the lair action. So I need someone. Let's go down initiative. First in initiative, Drugen, go ahead and roll me just a flat d20.
Ooh.
How we getting
13?
How we getting hit with lair actions at level 3? What is this?
13. You deflect this rock off and it sails past everyone and nothing happens. You guys are good to go. And next at 12 is who wasn't at initiative 12? Miles?
Yeah. So Miles he's way far down there, so he's gripping the rock, and he's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Ah!" And the rock like shoots past him. It's like, "What the heck?" And then he sees. Can I see dwarves, or can I see this happening?
Yeah, I mean, you're only...
What are you guys' height? I'm at like 180, so
Yeah, they're at 130.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Okay.
they're only 70 feet above you. It's a straight up look, but you can see them kind of peering over.
You said 70 feet, right? Specifically 70.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so there's a spell I want to cast with a range of 60 feet and a 20-foot sphere.
That would reach.
So Miles is looking up,
Yes, I
and
would.
he's like, "God, hey, chill! What's going on?" And he just intrinsically, he's used to reasoning with people that have very extreme emotions, very irritable, very quicksilver, and he casts calm emotions,
Okay.
which is a spell that he has picked up through his Iladrin half heritage, as well as his unique subclass.
And I am guessing I roll a save for that.
Yep, it's a charisma save.
Charisma, these guys are not very charismatic. I'm going to tell you that right now. With the -1 to charisma, what is the DC?
So my save DC is 13.
Okay.
So do I
So-
roll on that too? Because I'm hit with it.
I
feel like
mean-
you're already calmed though. Like,
You can be hit with it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that up to Miles and you.
I think.
Like, he could cast it kind of off to the side. And like...
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave that up to you. If you want to be calm, then I'm not gonna stop you.
I'm gonna hit them all.
Never mind.
This is diffusion. I don't know him that well.
Evan-
I'm diffusing.
Roll a charisma save.
I also have advantage against magic, so I just want you to know that.
Oh, so roll
Wait,
two.
all magic?
A fucking 2!
No!
Yes, I heard him talking about his game.
Another 2!
How
Are you
does
kidding me?
how
Miles
does
is
Drugen
in the house.
have a higher charisma than me? This is insane.
I have a +1.
I have
Drugen,
a
you-
+1.
Drugen, you've never been more calm, Drugen.
I guess so.
You were at bliss. Okay.
Hi.
First dwarf here. That is a natural 14. -1. Okay, nope, that's still.
If I have a
second
save
one.
DC with a +3 modifier, do I add the modifier?
It's already added.
Yeah. I feel so bad because I literally roll so good against you guys. Second one is a natural 19.
Oh,
And-
my lord.
Third one is a natural 13 -1, 12. That one does not save. So you kind of look up and the spell hits, and you kind of see Drugen relax a little bit. And you see this one guy who had a giant rock as well. He kind of just drops it at his feet and slumps back and why don't we just enjoy every sunrise more than we do right now? And you hear another one. What the hell are you talking about, man? Pick up your rock. Pick up your rock.
Can I? So there's something I kind of want to do, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do it after the fact.
So that's your action. Is this a bonus action?
This is.
I mean,
magic.
ooh. I think that is an action. Yeah.
Oh, it's action.
What's
Is it-
what's
Meta magic is when I use my sorcery to impact my spell cast. So, for example, something I would be wanting to do right now is called heightened spell. So when I cast a spell that forces creatures to make saving throws, I can spend 3 sorcery points to give disadvantage.
I think that's a bonus action.
Well, I was gonna say the spell's already been cast.
Right, that's why I think that might need to be a preemptive thing.
Yeah, you would have to do kind of say that you
I
want
should
to
have
do
said
it.
before. Okay,
Meta magic's so fun though. That's so
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know you had that. Do all sorcerers have that?
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
like
know that. For
it's
some
like
reason.
the only sorcerer thing.
So it's like okay, yeah, that's what I understand.
And next it is whose turn? I rolled a. I guess I have to pull up the. Did anyone get above a 7 for initiative?
I rolled A7.
I think
Okay.
everybody-
What's your dexterity?
0.
Rollies.
Okay. Just a straight 20 or what? Initiative or initiative?
Yep. Just a straight 20. I rolled a 17.
That's-
Ooh.
I'm not getting this.
Okay.
Wait. Maybe. It's like, dang, okay, never mind. Shout out to the 2 crew.
But on the bright side, this middle guy is the guy that was affected by the spell. So you just kind of see him. He put his rock down and he just kind of sits on the ledge. I miss her. And he just does a 1,000-yard stare off into the distance. And now it's your turn.
Okay. First off, I'm gonna move 25 feet up the mountain.
Whoa, calm down, dude. You
Gonna
better
climb.
calm down.
I want to climb up this mountain. I want to get up here.
I think that's smart.
And then I would like to yell up. I don't know what Miles did, but I want to yell up and be like, we come with word from Aldrich.
Ooh,
That was my next one.
he's a smart man.
He's a smart guy.
This is
I'm the scroll boy.
this is gonna be a long shot.
Okay.
But these guys basically run off strength.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll an intelligence check for. I'm not even gonna roll it for the comm guy. He's pretty much
He's Joe.
0 threat right now. How long does that spell last, by the way?
Shit. And do they
I
know
think
you
it-
casted it on him?
I want to say after a minute. I think it's kind of like Friends.
Hello.
Hello.
He's checking.
I think
okay.
he's looking.
Tell it like that again.
He's so confident. Look at him.
He's so calm. Did he cast this spell on himself?
He is calm.
What am I supposed to do right now?
What are we talking about?
Nothing. Nothing.
We were looking up the wordage of a calm.
How about he just rolls like a D4 to figure out how long it takes?
Oh, you mean charm sorry. I was looking at charm person and really trying to figure out, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I realized the calm motion's like the same thing. What part do you want to know?
How long?
You make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that is hostile towards, and it lasts until they're attacked or they witness any of their friends being harmed.
Ooh. Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Wait, so did I step out? Wait. Did anybody get hit? Nobody got hit.
No,
They
not yet.
haven't hit them at all. They threw a rock at you. But
Okay, so Jarrett, do you have a? I don't know with psionic warriors. Do you have a spell save DC?
No, but I have. It would be. It's kind of like a. It's more. I mean, I just buff my intelligence, kind of. So it's not really a DC. I'm proficient in intelligence. I'm proficient in intelligence.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. They're not good at intelligence, and they actually rolled the exact same thing, which was low enough to where I'm going to give you the chance for a persuasion check.
Okay. I have a -1 in persuasion. Come on, Gary needs a new
Give me
pair
that.
of shoes.
Give me that nat 20.
Hey, 19 -1,
Hey, there we go.
18.
18. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm gonna roll again for these guys. Honestly, that might be. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Because I'm nice. And
Next thing I was gonna do was telekinetic push one off the side of the mountain if it didn't work.
Oh
so
my God.
I'm glad it worked.
You better listen.
I was literally just gonna go 5 foot, boom, and just.
I should use my guts then.
You see them kind of look down, and they start talking to themselves.
I'm waving the
Um,
scroll.
Kind of.
Oh no, we don't have a scroll for this. We have the prophecy. Oh, I don't have
Yeah,
the prophecy.
You don't
scroll.
have it.
Yeah, it's fine. They take my word for it.
You're just waving a random scroll.
Yeah, I'm bluffing.
And you see them kind of talking to themselves, and then one of them looks over and they pull the calm guy away from the edge, and they
Right, freaking awesome stuff.
kind of wave you up.
With a big sigh, I think we all continue our climb.
Miles crawls up the ledge following Simon.
Drugen, as calmly as could ever be, just kind of like meanders up the cliff and just kind of like sits in the same position that the dwarf before him did, and yearns for the under roll.
Go ahead and roll me a Drugen, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Do I bust out of it? It's a 7. It's a 10.
It's a 10? Yeah,
10.
Even in your calm emotions, actually, it might even be more of a heightened sense in your calm emotions. You hear from your side, and so does everyone else. Bah! As you look over, and the sheep is just standing there, as it looked like it had been there it's sitting in like a dog sitting position, as it looks like it's been there for years.
I give it a good pet.
And you see the dwarves kind of look over at the sheep. What was that you were saying about what's his
Aldrich.
it's Aldrich, yes. What you said that I've talked to an Aldrich before, but I don't know if it's the same Aldrich. What was that what was that guy's last name? And you hear no. I don't know, dude. Well, either way, he was a nice guy. Who are you?
I reach out a hand. I wanna I wanna roll a strength check for this handshake because I wanna be like I wanna not assert dominance, but I wanna be like.
He just pulled it out and slapped it on the table.
Prove my like you know what I mean. Prove my strength to these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just tell you, all these guys' stats are -1 besides strength, which is a +6.
I have a +3.
Okay.
So I'll take those odds. Just a straight strength check.
I'm not joking, dude.
Just roll that 20.
I'm assuming
I rolled a 3, so I rolled a 6.
This guy just does.
Constitution while you're at it. We'll see if you break your hand or not.
It's one of those handshakes that like you get whenever you're a kid, and the other person just.
I'm really shaking in my armor.
Well, I don't know who you are, but it's very nice to meet you.
Name's Simon Malice.
Simon, it's nice to meet you. My name is. Let me check.
That's an interesting name.
Someone in chat said to name the calm one Reggie.
My name is Darius.
Nice to meet you, Darius.
Darius, and this over here, this is Edgar. And hey, nice to meet you. You can tell this guy is not strong. Like, this guy probably has +6 in everything and a -35 to strength.
Okay.
Hey, nice to meet you. We have not had visitors here in quite some time. No one likes to come into the cold, very chilly winds.
We see no problem here.
Yes. What is all of you guys' names?
I'm Miles.
Casaki. Check out.
Casaki? What about you, little fella?
My name is Drugen.
And who's this little fuzzy thing that I didn't even see climb my mountain?
I just kind of pet and just stare at him because he does not have a name.
Bah! Bah! What a good animal. You should keep him around for a long time. Don't let anyone eat him, because I tell you, he's probably a delicacy somewhere around there. I can smell his meat. Smells good.
I just give him a blank stare.
Why? Why are you here?
We come with news. Well, one, we were going to ask you guys some questions, and also we come with news from Aldrich.
We've got a scroll.
Yes. Yes, I take scroll, and you look around, and there are like, just on this level here, there are probably 30, 40 dwarves carrying around like wooden beams, stuff like that. Please show me scroll.
I have the scroll, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Miles will take out the scroll and he'll just hold it out.
Good. If you didn't give it to me soon, I was going to bite your nipples. I'm just joking. That was a dwarvish. That was a dwarvish joke.
Simon
Yes.
also
I
laughs
give him
really
a
hard.
giggle. I laugh. I speak Dwarvish.
He's like that joke doesn't translate well.
Miles is definitely backing up a little bit.
Yes. Let me read the scroll. And he reads the prophecy that you guys were told, and he. Yes. Yes. So I'm guessing a bug or something crawled onto the path.
Not exactly.
Not quite.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
A little bit big.
it was kind of a bug, but if it was more like instead of this big, it's huge, and it's spiky, and it tried to kill us.
That's
I
that's
believe
a
it's called a
big
thorn wolf.
bug.
Yeah, it was more of like a wolf bug.
Kasaki, did you have something to add to that?
I believe we call it a thorn wolf.
Oh, so it's
Guys,
it's not a bug. It's not a bug, guys. Chill out. There was no bug. My men hate the bugs. I don't know why. We're dwarves and we just hate them. It was just a thorn wolf. Yes, we killed many of them many a time. Ignore ignore my brethren. They are scaredy cats. Yes, thorn wolf, walk onto path. That is the first you have seen.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen anything like that?
I've seen many a thorn wolf, just none walk on path. We know many about many. What's the word I'm looking for, Edgar? We know a lot about many. Yes. We know many about a lot of animals around this continent. Edgar, I need you to be more snappy whenever I snap at you, okay? I need them answered quicker. So you guys are worried about the prophecy and the animals starting to walk onto the path, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
You wouldn't happen to know. I noticed that around here you don't really have the path, and that's concerning because I only use the path. So I'm, is this typical? And can we fix this?
Yes, they call this they call us the they call us the no path dwarves. Yes, exactly. They call us the no path dwarves. That is our name for generations and generations. It's in the family. I don't yes, please ignore the path around these parts. It's nothing but a nuisance, and we said we don't even want the path, so get rid of it.
Who?
Me.
Who's getting rid of the path? Is this something you've chosen?
I don't think he's specifically getting rid of the path now. I think we've just
No.
put a path in the front.
Yes, that is what I meant to say. I don't know why Edgar didn't give me that answer earlier. Yes, the path has never been around here, so we just say, ooh, no path.
No path dwarves.
The no path dwarves,
No
yes.
path
That
dwarves.
I want a carving in the top of the tunnel, Edgar, that says no path dwarves, because that is what we are. Get on that now. Snap, go. You drink with me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've drank before.
Yes, we have ale and mead. And
What's the difference?
I don't know. Look, if you want to be condescending like that, then you should just go somewhere else. But
I mean, I love them both.
Mead is
But
pretty
yes.
funny. And,
Yes. because both
ale
get
is
you
just
drunk.
weed.
They get me drunk and they get me happy. And where'd Edgar go?
think he
I don't
to
know.
the sign.
Yes, the sign, the no dwarf path.
Yep.
And you see this guy is like pretty red in the face. You can tell he's had a few drinks, but even if he hasn't, his intelligence probably isn't.
He
Isn't
gains
that-
intelligence from the drinks.
Is there someone else we talked to, or are you the head here?
No, I'm not the head. I'm just the head of this this area right here. So if you go 10 feet that way or 10 feet that way, I'm no longer the head.
Okay.
So I'm going to be completely honest. I've only heard of this prophecy. I know very little. If you want, we have a library, and I can have Edgar show you the way. Edgar, what are you doing carving into the side of the rock? Get over here and show these people to the library. Yeah. Yes, sir. I will be taking over your 10 feet while you are gone. Go. Sorry about that, guys. You guys can come with me.
How's it going, Edgar?
It's good, you know. I'm just.
it's all right. It's all right. Yeah,
Simon
he's
clearly
back.
does not know what's going. He's just shaking his head out. Like he's just.
Let me just show you guys the library.
at the library. Yeah, let's go to the library.
And you see him as he turned around and kind of.
Poor stuff.
And he takes you guys into the mouth of this cavern. And as he does, you guys see quite a few people. All of them pretty much look the same way, different in builds as far as sizes, but most of them with at least a pretty long beard, longer hair, kind of braids in different directions in their hair. And he takes you in, and there's this giant arched wooden doorway stuck into the side of the cave wall in the mouth. And he opens it up, and there's a stone spiral staircase that leads down, lit only by torchlight. And he begins to walk down. And I think that's where we're going to end our session, guys.
Oh, I forgot
think-
that sessions can end.
Isn't that the worst? We all
I
just can't
think-
stay in Vevion forever.
I was ready to use some extra.
I really wanted to sorry. I was gonna say I really wanted when you guys were talking when we first met Edgar and all and the like, and Simon and Miles are telling everything. I wanted to put in what I'm doing, which was sitting back as the guy who had the quest and just watching everyone else take credit for it.
I
No,
wanted to
To
wander
be fair,
so
we explained
bad.
it to the guy that it did not matter to.
Oh yeah, exactly.
No, you guys got pretty lucky on that combat,
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm going to have them climb their first round. And first off, I wasn't expecting Jarrett to throw Evan 30 feet up, just straight up
Yeah.
starting out. But I was like, I'm going to have them climb 40 feet, and I'm going to roll perception, right? Rolled a nat 1.
Oh wow.
Didn't see a damn thing.
Rolled a nat 1, and I was like, okay, they still got 130 and 170 more feet to go. Do it next round.
Yeah.
2.
Oh no.
And I was like, okay. One more round. The last round went by, and I just kind of stopped thinking like 200 feet. And I was like, okay, Drugen's at 180 feet. That's not too far up. And I rolled a 16. And I was like, okay, I'm going to say that they see them. And then I looked down and I was like, Drugen's only 20.
He's right
Yeah.
freaking there.
I was like, this is so stupid.
Did I mention that the cliff was 300 feet?
Literally.
Whoa, it, as you guys climb it, gets bigger.
What?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know. And I was like, maybe I can get him away with this first boulder. And he was like, deflect missile. I was like,
You let him have it, bro. That was on you.
I was like, yeah, it's a ranged
It is a
weapon.
ranged
So
attack, so I mean that's true.
I couldn't be
It's
like,
bigger
no.
than Drugen, but it's fine.
You know, guys, I'll just admit it right now. When you asked me about that spell, I was a little preoccupied because I realized that I have a spell slot that I hadn't assigned,
Oh.
and
That's crazy.
it's second level too. And so all of a sudden, I was confronted, like mid conversation, with the amazing slew of second level spells, and my brain rebooted.
Just wait till you get to like 5th level spells or like 6th. 9th level spells are insane. Actually, do sorcerers even have 9th level spells?
I'll be right back.
So as far as kind of like the way I'm gonna play, I do as far as like, especially if you're climbing like that, I don't really care this time. Like the somatic components, like
Yeah.
Oh right.
yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to do that. But like as far as spell components, I don't really care about that stuff until you get up into like, I need 300 gold worth of diamonds to resurrect someone.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
and then if you don't have that, and it's like, I cast Revivify, and it's like, no,
No,
you don't.
You don't.
Like,
I mean, obviously some things need to be.
yeah, but like
Like-
the ones that are like you need a pinch of sand.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone does that in D&D.
I'm like, okay,
I mean, maybe some. I mean, if you want hyper realism, then probably. But like,
yeah.
there would be like.
Actually,
like,
that's what we're going for now
hyper
on.
realism. Okay.
Yeah.
Starting.
Everything's going with 3D physics and weight distribution and everything.
I would.
Well, I'm gonna
unassign
create a
myself.
little pouch that has feathers, water, and crickets, sand, and rose petals, all in a stew. I'm just gonna keep it in the pouch in case I need a swig.
There you go.
Jarrett, do Casaki.
I'm just gonna say for my the only spell that I've cast so far that requires anything extra, like it was the one that like did the enhanceability. It's supposed to have fur or feather from a beast, so I could have just taken it from the sheep.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll say that.
Once he's like got the reverse mohawk.
Oh yeah.
I'll say
forgot
that-
That's the reverse mohawk.
That for that, I'll say that you got some of the fur from that wolf, some of its thorns.
I mean, I feel like either way, like unless it's like a revivify or a 9th level, unless it's like a time stop,
Yeah,
or like something crazy,
like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th level.
once they
spell.
start getting up there, like you should probably need spell components, but
Yeah.
like fireball,
And like by that time, you guys will all have opportunities to like buy spell components,
Yeah,
like straight up, collect them.
prepping
Probably-
for fights, like we're understanding.
Probably by the time you get to like 5th, 6th spell levels, you'll probably have the opportunity to get like bags of holding, so you can just like collect, just constantly collect stuff.
Sure.
Jarrett, do any of your viewers have any questions?
Yeah, this is we're opening up for questions, guys. If anyone has any questions about the
I hate looking at the stream, dude, because it's like a second behind.
basically like any
Oh,
questions
yeah,
about the
it is.
stream, anything questions about the players, schedules, anything like that. This is where we're open for questions. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know. And yeah. Sorry,
so
whenever I
hard.
go on long spiels, I like to mute myself. So.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys have any questions about Dungeons and Dragons, like if you for you guys who haven't played that much, like if you guys want to ask questions, we're completely like might as well ask now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. What spell should I get? I'm just kidding.
yeah. I mean,
You're
I know.
so-
Honestly, you're like the worst. I'm like I know nothing about sorcerers. I know zero about sorcerers. I'm so sorry.
I think I played a one shot with the sorcerer like right when I moved down here. There's a lot of like gaming stores like Footers and stuff like that, you know.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I went to one called Yoda Quest, and I played a sorcerer. It was only like a 2-session or 2-hour one shot, and we started out at like level 3, so it was like we didn't really even like.
Get a lot of
If I'm gonna do a one shot,
yeah.
if I'm gonna do one shot, like it's gonna be like level 14, like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Autumn has a question. This is best advice for a beginner. So, Detective Herb, if you would like to take that question away, or if any of you guys have like found out anything from just starting, what is your guys' best advice? And we'll kind of go in. We'll just go in. You just want to go in order, like so. Like on my screen, it's Carson.
We're all
Levi.
in different order.
Yeah. So on my screen, it's Carson, Levi, Evan, Jack, me. You just want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. What kind of advice are we looking for?
Like
just
just
in
advice
general?
for beginners, like anything for getting into Dungeons and Dragons, or just how like things you've noticed while playing.
Sure.
Anything.
Here,
of
I'm
that nature.
gonna go last for this one because I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay. So.
Okay. Actually, I would like to go first if I could.
Yeah, that's fine, Monster. If you want to go first?
We'll go
that's
with
fine.
order. It's fine.
Here's what I'll say. I listened to. I was super into D&D. You know, I tried playing it, and honestly, one of the weirdest things is picking up the flow of how things work, and also getting yourself into a role-play environment. So I listened to this podcast for like almost 9 months, and it was called Dungeons and Daddies.
Oh my God, such a goated podcast.
Dude, you listen to
That
that?
was what got me into Dungeons and Dragons. Was
Yeah,
Dungeons
dude,
and
I
Dragons.
freaking listen to Dungeons and Daddies. It's like it's about 4 dads who their kids are kidnapped into the Forgotten Realms, and they go in and they have their class and all that.
It's majestic.
I loved it just because I got to listen to these dudes like start their role play. I got to see how they would build a character from the little things to the bigger things.
Yep.
And I'm not even there, not even close, but I think that's just a great way to start, you know.
Yeah.
Like Dungeons and Daddies.
Carson, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll say, well, as far as getting into Dungeons and Dragons, I think if you're going to do your first group, it should be with, I mean, I know a lot of people do it like online with like, you know, people who just are willing. I've really enjoyed with friends and people that I know. And one thing that I'm learning very quickly is that it might have been easier to pick a class or a role or a race that not so much magic, like more. It's a lot to go on. I am constantly sifting through spells like that I already have picked out myself to be like, what can I do? So I think a fighter might have been an easier starter.
Yeah. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I started out playing a spellcaster, and I was like, so this is my treat, giving myself fun to play a fighter. I was like, I'm playing a fighter. I just want to hit shit. I just want to hit shit. But
Evan, what do you got?
Yeah, so like this is actually my first time playing, but I would definitely say like finding a group that you don't really care about being dumb with. Like I've grown up with the majority of these guys, so It's really relaxed, but finding a group that's chill is definitely a big thing. Or if you're just comfortable with it, no matter what, then that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
I would like to add to that if I could.
Yeah, go.
This
No,
is
no, we don't have time.
I would say one. I guess another important thing, just a slightly different bent to what Evan said, was when you play D&D, especially if you're trying to start new or trying to bring in friends, you kind of have to commit to it, and then it's really tempting to laugh or to metagaming is the wrong word, but to like play it as a game.
Yeah.
Like as if it were a board game that you're just playing, not a role play. It's really easy to do that, and I think you'll have more fun if you break that ice quickly and just go for it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't be any fun.
I agree.
What you got, Jarrett?
I think everyone's advice was literally amazing because that's literally everyone summed up everything I was going to say. Watch either an actual play or listen to a podcast. Dungeons and Daddies, NADPOD, Girls Who Don't D&D. Found Familiars is someone who they're part of our community. They have their own Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Listen to something where you're able to listen or watch and really see people and how Dungeons and Dragons is played. Buy the Dungeon Master Guide. Buy a Dungeon Master Guide or buy our Player's Handbook. Look at the source stuff. Really just kind of get in front of you. Be like, okay, this is what I got to work with. This is cool. It's really easy to get lost in all of it, but once you understand the basics of and you'll find those basics as you watch and understand how people are playing through those podcasts and actual plays. You'll be like, okay, look, so oh my god, they're doing a stealth check. Oh look, here's my stealth check on this piece of paper. I get to see what I'm doing there. That's definitely good. I definitely recommend playing in person for your first time. I know I'm cutting out on your guys' end. I'm not cutting out on the stream. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What did he say?
Yeah. Definitely recommend just playing with a good group of friends. That it makes it so much more of a good time, especially for your first time. You don't want to get into a group of people who are they're veterans of D&D, and that's why we're going to try to open up spaces within the Discord to kind of let people come in and play. I'll run some one-shots. I think we have a few other people who are wanting to run some one-shots and stuff like that. I'm sure Detective Herb would want to run some. And yeah, just roll good. That's my best advice. Roll good. Win D&D. And I do like the advice
for a good time
that Jack gave at the end. Take the roleplay serious. Don't be laugh, have a good time, but get into character. It's fun. Whenever you're getting into character and you're I get it's funny and goofy to be oh, that's so funny. They're doing the voice and they're doing this or they're talking character. I get it. It's funny. It's goofy. But it's a lot more fun in those moments where it's you're on top of the hill and fighting the BBEG and all you guys feel like you're the character sitting up there, sword in hand, ready to take it on. And I don't know, you know what I mean? But I do agree with Jack. I agree with everyone. Such good advice for people who have barely played D&D.
I think I am going to say, I'm going to go with all you guys. Roleplay is so important, and not even in roleplay. I talked to Curly about this right before the stream. Not even roleplay where you're all just sitting together around a campfire and stuff like that, but in combat, have banter with each other, throw some insults at the bad guy, whoever you're facing. They'll talk back, fill those spaces in so that it's not just I pull out my sword and attack, I miss, next person's turn. Because that's so boring. And I think that's one of the things that I love roleplay so much more than combat in D&D. Just because combat can be, especially as a player, waiting and it's not my turn again for another 2 people. Like, that's so boring. If you guys throw banter out at each other, that's always going to be more fun. And I would also say, just overall, I would say this for people. I love playing, but for beginner DMs, I have found that I am a better DM than I am a player. I love playing, but I love making a story and narrating it. And for DMs, don't try and like get inside a session and be like, I have to make a strict schedule for this. I have to control everything in this, because then you might as well just give your players a script and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Don't stray away from it.
At that point, it's play almost.
Yeah, if you do that, then it's going to take all the creativity and fun away from that. This entire session was not planned. This entire session was off the cuff. From the them getting to the base of the first mountain to them getting to the Dwarven mountain was completely off the cuff. And you just have to roll with it, because in the end, I view myself, the DM, GM, however you want to say it, as just the narrator. Like, that's all I am. I'm not in the game like, oh no, you actually do this instead of this. No, that's completely the player's choice of what they see. So if you want to have fun being a DM, it's going to be hell for you, but just let your players once they get on that roll, let them do their thing, because it's going to be so much funner for them and everyone else playing, and it's going to be enjoyable.
Can I add on to that a little bit?
Yeah.
So, like, I would definitely say, like, find a DM or, like, other players that kind of fit your playstyle. Because
Yes.
if somebody's a big,
and
like, rules, which none of them are, it's like,
I
it's
would
got a
also
completely
say,
different experience.
before you go off and find a crystal that magically appeared, text your DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I literally, my mouth dropped, bro.
I didn't know if you would look at your phone, so I said, fuck yeah, we're gonna do
I
it.
literally said,
Just send him a quick text. I'll look at it.
so funny.
You know,
We're on Discord.
that is the most ballsy thing that I've ever witnessed as a DM. And it got to the point to where I was just like, I can't have him talk through all this and be like, no, that's not canon.
No, what you could have done though is say that is useless. It's worthless. It's nothing. But you allowed it because you thought.
No, not anymore. You don't even know what I'm gonna do with this gem or this sheep anymore. I should have just killed the sheep. I should have just had the sheep run off the cliff.
I thought we were gonna feed the sheep to the big fae. I thought so.
I put the sheep in there, and I was like, I know you guys are gonna enjoy the sheep, like because it's a sheep, right?
Yeah.
Let's just throw something in here. And I was like, as you feed it berries, it comes out with these claws, and I was like, oh man, now I gotta make a backstory for the sheep.
Yeah. Guys, if anyone else has any other questions, let me know. Let us know. We'll keep answering.
Hey, Miles hit with a spell.
Oh yeah.
That's what really matters.
Let's go!
3, baby.
That was awesome.
First spell hit. Granted, it missed half of the people in the zone, but that's fine.
So I had 3 before Jarrett. Sorry, before you get to the next question.
No, you're good. I was just letting people know that we have people want to do questions.
Oh, so I had 3 for that battle climbing up the mountain. I had 3 lair actions. So if you rolled a 10 or above, which Drugen did on the only one that came up, he rolled a 13. If you rolled a 10 or above, nothing happened. If you rolled a 7 to a or 8 to a 10, it was a very low DC dex save. A little bit of snowfall, some pebbles, stuff like that. If you guys missed the save, you took 1d4 damage. If you saved, you only took half. 7 through 5 was more snowfall. Same kind of principles, but that was a d6 of damage. A 4 through a 2 was a rock slide.
Oh.
And that was a strength save with a strength save, and then a d8 of damage. If you failed, you also got pushed down 10 feet. And then if you rolled just a 1, if you rolled a straight nat 1, something would have hit the frozen waterfall, and it would have broke, given kind of frosting whoever it hit. If you missed a constitution save, it would have affected your kind of psyche, and you would have had 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, that blows.
Yeah, so it was going to be like kind of a hard battle, but my dwarves couldn't see. So
For once, we lucked out on rolls, what I'm hearing, because we've been doing pretty poorly this entire campaign.
Yeah,
on
we
our
really
rolls.
have been.
so like I've DM'd for Jarrett before, and I'm not gonna lie, I have flubbed rolls, right? Like I've been behind this little screen, no one can see my rolls, and I've rolled a 5, and I'm like, oh, does a 16 hit? like I've flubbed rolls, and I told myself this campaign, I was like, I'm not gonna make the dice god mad. I'm not gonna flub any rolls, and I haven't, and I have rolled so well against you guys. Like I have rolled in like checks between us and attack rolls. I've rolled so well. Yeah, don't flub rolls.
I will say, guys, real quick. This is me talking to stream, but also you guys. Here within the next like 2 or 3 streams, we're going to be doing something called Crit and Rally. That is going to be like something where we take a few, like basically it's going to be like this time, except it's not going to be like open. Like we'll still have the open for questions time after stream, but this will be a separate thing that we're posting. It's probably going to only go on to YouTube. We'll probably just record it and then post it onto there. Basically, it's going to be like a kind of podcast-esque thing where we all sit around here, and you guys will be listening to us talk about the session. You'll get behind-the-screen things from the DM. You'll get player stuff, what we thought about everything. We'll talk about just like little stuff like that where we didn't get time to actually like go into it during the game, but we'll be like, hey, what would have happened if we would have punched the sheep? I don't know. Like, what would have happened if we would have not taken the pact? Like, if we had to walk down the mountain or like stuff like that.
Oh, what would have happened if you didn't climb the mountain in the first place? Yeah, everything would have went according to plan, and
yeah, exactly.
I would have been happy.
So we're gonna do something like that here within the next like 2 or 3 sessions once we've planned how we want to do that and how we're gonna set it up. But yeah, we'll still do Q&As after the session, and we'll still do everything like that. But I don't think we have any more questions. So unless you guys wanna,
I'm gonna say one more thing.
yeah.
After around the 10th session that we do, I'm gonna find something to fill in the spot on my stream but the game log will no longer be there because I think we're gonna get all the players, like, they're gonna get their own dice, custom kind of dice for their characters, and they will be rolling like me in person in an actual tray. And I know Jarrett has dice, but he's just kind of doing it to go with the other players. But yeah, everyone's gonna have their own dice, and so we're gonna have to maps or some way. I'm gonna find something to fill in the space on my stream of the game log. But yeah, look forward to that because that's when you get the actual dice in your hands. That's when it
Crazy.
really gets exciting.
I propose that 10th session is in person.
Oh shit! I'd be down. I'll get extra cameras. I'm so down.
Oh, we could do that.
I have 2 external mics.
Yeah, we could do that.
I got a
10th
nice
session
area
in
mic.
person would be insane.
I think that could be fun.
It's doable.
Easily.
And oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We could do something
Yeah.
like that.
We're doing that. Yeah, around that 10th session when we all get dice, just because I want to hear them all playing together.
Yeah.
That's
We can have a camera. We can have a camera on the dice.
Yeah, we could do like I could
Yes.
definitely make it work because I'm gonna be up in my setup. So if we need, I'll have more cameras because I want to do more stuff anyway. So.